With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran should have feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow, his taste are low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals a slow machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun, his shadows can't see if hours making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending different bills when truth is to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and party life and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over it and awareness in sight, with what to white despite thirds light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jet here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Saturday the 3rd of December 2022. I do hope you're all doing well, I do hope you're all enjoying your weekend so far, whether it's just beginning or you're well into it. And yeah, Phil is predictably, inevitably, no here yet. Oh wait, he just turned up. He just turned up right fucking there straight after the fucking bar. It's right at the fucking end of things. As I was fucking calling him out for not being fucking there yet. There he is, right in his fucking stream to say, okay, I'm awake, let's do this shit. Of the same fucking vibe. I'm just saying, let's just get straight into this. Let's just spin this wheel. Let's just get a bingo card sorted straight away. Because I have a wee random old video I would like to watch together once the bingo's all, you know, set up and prepared to go. So I think we can do that once we're all set up. Hateful Slurs looks like it's won. Hateful Slurs has won, and we're not even generated the bingo card yet, so let's go. I have no, it's just snort. Simple, straightforward, snort in the middle space. Hateful Slurs. We did a number between 1 and 1 and 204, but one of the numbers must contain a number 3. The first number in chat I see which contains number 3 will be the card I pick for today's bingo. I'm sorry, Chris Crew, but no. Master on the Pizza Slicer was the first one I saw in chat with 23, so we're going to pick the 23rd bingo card. Chris Crew tried to get ahead of the game there and just put a number before he even set the criteria. Unlucky Chris, yes. I do sometimes, well usually fucking say let's a number containing this, just so no sneaky fuckers can get in ahead of the queue, you know, and try and pick it before I've even asked, you know what I'm saying. Try and keep people on their toes like that. But yeah, the 23rd bingo card will be what I use, so let's see how this looks for today. Hey Bill Braska, how you doing? The 24th bingo card is on the bottom right hand side, well, I'll say, it's on the right hand side here, and it looks like this. Voted, Phil butchering a word, him saying behind the scenes help, and him using hateful slurs. Sound good? There you go, him taking a drink, him saying Twitter, and him smacking his lips. Then you got him saying dude, him making that annoying T sound, usually when it says Twitter or exciting, that strange shocking T sound, him snorting, him saying alright, and his chair creaking because he's fucking fidgeting about all over the fucking place. Then him saying something in style, which is a strong fucking... I love how some people still don't think Phil says style a lot. He says it all the goddamn fucking time. What was it had every fucking day? Asian fusion style cuisine or something, you know, yeah. So him saying excited, which he says so fucking much by the way. Him touching his ear or poking his ear or whatever. Him siege mode. So siege mode, guys, is when he folds his arms. When he talks to the camera and he folds his arms. It doesn't happen all the time, it's a bit strange sometimes, but sometimes I do it when he's very annoyed. It's like some sort of fucking defensive mechanism, you know, when you fold your arms to try and protect yourself or something. So yeah, it's like sometimes you'll do that, so yeah. And what the fuck are you talking about? Or what are you talking about? It's also acceptable to have what are you talking about. It doesn't have to be what the fuck. But what are you talking about? Perfectly acceptable. Final row is all things Phil has to say. You know what I mean. Hate to say. Necessarily. Wow. And in fact, I think this is an extremely strong card. I've got a feeling I might be losing 25 quid. Shit. Ah well, there we go. Can't be helped. If it happens, it happens. We got a bingo to win. I am saving the card right now, before I forget, because I forgot one time, and I've never forgiven myself. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay, it's all good. You might have noticed the thumbnail for today's bingo was Phil's face from yesterday, where the one eye is bugging out and everyone's trying to catch up. So yeah, I told you I saved that shit. So, Phil's wee face in the corner of the bingo card was, what was that fucking face? God damn that fucking face, man. What the hell? I have no idea what the fuck was happening with Phil's either. That was so bizarre. But yeah, the bingo card's been saved, so hip, and yeah, ready. Oh no. Get that garbage shite off, fuck's sake, man. Right, I'm going to very quickly set up the bingo card properly, just so we're ready to go. And then we can enjoy some classic Phil lore. Just give me a wee second here. That's a card picked. Let me get the colour thing sorted as well. A wee light green, there you fucking go. Cool stuff. And the bingo card looks alright, doesn't it, the bingo card? I think it looks all good. So I think we can now enjoy ourselves and just take a trip in time, back in time. We're like 15 minutes away or 20 minutes away from Phil starting the fucking stream. So let's enjoy some classic DSP. Date of the stream from November 22nd, 2018, and there's a pertinent point in this which kind of reminds me of current events, where Phil had a very successful month one month, and then the following month he didn't have as successful month. And I feel like history could repeat itself, so I thought this was interesting.
So, short term...
By the way, he is talking about King Tut, right? He's going to refer to, he, and that's King Tut, who fucking gave Phil so many fucking subs or whatever, and then done a whole bunch of chargebacks.
It was a good thing, and the good thing is, all his attempts to fuck me over didn't work at all, and I'm fine. The bad news here is that what happened was my momentum on Twitch got derailed by this guy. Because that month before Tut had ever showed up was the month of July. I had big views, I had huge contributions that month. It was actually the biggest month ever that I'd ever had streaming on Twitch. And that was not with any input from Tut. That was, the viewers before Tut had done that for me. And I was like, wow, if I can keep on this trend, this will be great. Tut shows up, and all of a sudden, because he's throwing money around, everyone's like, oh, well, we got this guy who's super generous. I guess the Phil doesn't really need my support this month. I'll still watch his content, but now I'm probably not going to be doing contributions on his stream because, look, he just got gifted 600 subs, and he just got a ridiculous amount of tips from this guy. And look at that cheers he got during his Dark Souls stream. Why am I going to contribute, right? So what ended up happening was I got...
So, but I'm going to go back to Phil's live stream now, but I'm going to keep playing this, so you're going to hear this.
2 months of big support from August and September. And thank God, because those were the 2 months when I was getting paid for the months when I had no YouTube revenue. So if I hadn't had that, I wouldn't have even been able to pay my bills. I would have lost everything and basically had to figure out what I was going to do because I can't keep the electricity on. Okay, so at least it made up for that. But what ended up happening then was when Tut went away last month in October, all of a sudden, because people were now in, I don't need to contribute to Phil anymore because he made all that money, my contributions went way down. And in October on Twitch was my worst month of the whole year. I just want you to think about that. The whole year of 2018, the month with the most games, I made the least amount of contributions on stream. It was, I didn't talk about it. I didn't want to be negative. All right. I totally didn't want to do anything in that regard and say anything bad because I was feeling positivity. You guys were showing up and being positive to all my stuff. I didn't want to tell you guys, oh, by the way, everything's turning poorly, right? I didn't want to spoil that, especially the month when I was doing the most amount of games and whatever. But then when the month ended, I kind of looked, I was like, you got to be kidding me. So basically, I made way less in October than I had July, August, September. Now, yes, some of that was because of Tut, but keep in mind, even July, before Tut ever was there, I made way more money on Twitch than I did in October. So what I think is that basically, that's what happened. Tut's influence was a short-term gain, but long-term, it might have screwed me over. There are people who like, oh man, I like Phil and I support his streams, but he doesn't need support anymore. And they I saw a decline on Patreon, plus on the streams at once. So it was very disheartening. Okay, and the point I'm making is, I didn't change, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just that people thought, oh, Phil's doing insanely well because this guy, right? When in reality, all Tut was doing was putting a band-aid on the fact that I had 2 months with no YouTube revenue, fixing that for me. And now, basically how I'm doing now, guys, just so you know, Twitch is a little bit, I think this month, November, has been a little bit better than October, but it's nowhere near as good as it was, say, back June, July, which is what I was relying on. YouTube revenue is up, but nowhere near what I was making back when I was with Curse. And the problem is it's already artificially inflated. You see what I mean? It's already artificially inflated because of the holidays. What's going to happen come January when, boo, it tanks again? Because it does. It always tanks January, February. Ad revenue on YouTube is fucking terrible. So I can't even imagine what I'm going to be making on YouTube come January and February. All right? So, why am I telling you guys all this? All right? Well, because here's the situation I'm in now. I was in a situation where I was forced to basically max out my credit.
But by the way, before he even gets to fucking explain this, look at the fucking top of the fucking screen for him. This was not some like unrecorded. No, this was part of a fucking stream for him. Top tier fucking straight cash, show me 1.3k fucking bits or whatever on Twitch. 530 subs. Top tip fucking Rob on wheels.
Credit cards and everything in the middle of this year to pay off this state tax issue that, again, nothing I did wrong. I got fucked over by a previous tax attorney.
It was your own fault for being so fucking ignorant in the taxes situation. You didn't fucking educate yourself in this fucking matter. You moved to a fucking new state. You didn't bother to fucking learn the intricacies of the fucking tax system. I was like, dude, what do I... You didn't determine what do I need to fucking do. No, you didn't bother your fucking arse. You just assumed, oh, I don't have to fucking pay taxes or whatever. It's going to be so much fucking better for me. No, it fucking isn't, you dumb bastard. I mean, it's his own fucking... It's never Phil's fault. It's never fucking Phil's fault. It'll never ever be Phil's fault in fucking Phil's land. In Phil's world. Oh, someone else's fault. Oh, it's a family friend tax man we have. Get the fuck.
I got that cleared up and I was like, smooth sailing for the rest of the year. This should be great. Now I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. I'll make enough money. I should be able to pay everything. Then I lost my partnership with Curse because of trolls. Then YouTube fucked me over for 3 weeks by screwing up my ads. Then I finally got my ads back, but they were way less because I wasn't with the partnership network. Then when things were on the turnaround, Tut decides to be a detractor and fucks me over, and people who were positively supporting the streams supported less. And now I'm in a situation where I'm like, I'm in almost the end of November. I don't have a single dollar to put towards my federal taxes this year. Not a dollar.
So hang on, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not meant to fucking set aside money for your taxes, you know, per month. You know, you take your fucking income and you set some aside from that income, from what you've earned. You set some money aside for said taxes. I thought that was a normal, responsible adult thing to do in a situation. Whereas I'm going to take some of my earnings, I'm going to put some of them, you know, a slice of that, the tax side of things, the things I'm going to owe in tax for this fucking month, I'm going to put it over here. So that's that sorted for this particular month. I don't have to worry about that, don't need to touch it, that's that for that fucking month. No, not Phil. Phil's like, oh shit, everything I fucking got I spent already. I didn't realise I needed to save for fucking money for taxes.
I just want to have fun, man. Every dollar that I'm bringing in now has to go towards all my other things. Utilities, you know, food, you know, cost of...
alcohol, WWE champions.
Of health insurance, game, you know, the games, obviously, buying the games, you know, credit card payments, loan payments, mortgages, everything, every dollar that I have goes out and I'm left with nothing. In fact, this is not me lying or exaggerating, which I have not done it all in this video, I promise you. The past 2 months, my fucking bank account got overdrawn because now all my payments are different. I get paid around the middle of the month for Twitch, and then like a week after that, YouTube pays me, and it's all screwed up because it used to be within the first 10 days of the month I would make my money from Curse, and I cleared good. I could pay all my bills. Now it doesn't happen, and I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much for Shirt Gascoigne for Super Chat. He says, it's not his fault, he's special. Lol. I forgot to fucking move the fucking animation to the side a wee bit more. It's still too far to the left. So it was okay for Shirt Gascoigne Super Chat because his name's not as long, but it's when people have like a longer name and then like they set off the animation, the name gets cut off sometimes a little bit. So I forgot to fucking move it. In my defence, I've been out for most of today. So yeah, I'm not long back home. I came back home, made myself dinner very quickly, burger and chips, and yeah, and then okay, I'm pulling a book out of Stevie Dead's book and Fantastic Mr. Sam. I've got a bottle of Lucozade right here. That's me smacking my bottle of Lucozade. Orange Lucozade, of course, and this is going to fuel me through the bingo. So, yeah, busy bee day for me. Saturday's not exactly a day of rest. Oh, Sunday's a day of rest. Sunday's Saturday, so hang on, I'm trying to think. How's that fucking rhyme go, you know? Monday's child is fair of grace, Tuesday's child is full of face or something. I can't remember what Saturday's child. But this is meant to. It's some sort of wee old ass rhyme anyway. You know what I mean? When it goes like, it's, every depending on what day day of the fucking week you were born, you fucking a certain sort of fucking attribute to you. I don't know. I'm sure some people fucking know what random obscure reference I'm talking to about. Kind of like a wee song. But yeah, I've been a busy boy today. Goodness me. Right. Anyway, so yeah, Stuart Gascoigne. Rest of the chat is not his fault, he's special. As I'm saying, in Phil's world, he is like the only one that's smart and everyone else is dumb, and people are dumb for fucking forcing these things on him. So let me know, just rewind this just to make sure I don't miss anything. But yeah, Phil's that fucking face. That is surprised chipmunk if ever I saw it. From here to here. That is like the Phil version of surprised chipmunk. I'm just wondering how many people. As I'm saying, I thought of that as a. I'm sure most people get that fucking reference, the surprise chipmunk thing. Oh, goodness me. Whoever thinks it's Monday's child is full of grace, Tuesday's child is fair of face, Wednesday's child is full of woe, Thursday's child is far to go. I'm pretty certain that is correct. Friday's child. I think Saturday's child works hard for a living. Which I think I technically am. I say technically, I either was or fucking wasn't, I don't know. But he was right with fucking things up, I'm pretty sure, for the first four. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. Bottom line is, Phil has surprised chipmunk face. That is just fucking too good. I'm very tempted to fucking just, hang on. I want to do it. I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to screenshot this. It's too good not to. I know Phil has had many faces like this before. But still, god damn it, this... It's just too good not to. It really is too good not to. There I go, I've got it saved, fantastic. Right, let's keep playing this. I've not got much more to fucking play. I don't know when Phil's going to go live properly, so... Yeah, fuck it. Let's just keep watching and enjoying.
Money from Curse, and cleared good, I could pay all my...
Hold on a second. Friday's child is loving and given, Saturday's child works hard for living, the child that is born on Sabbath day is bonny and blithe. I'm good and happy. What the fuck? So whoever to get half of it right, to be fair, that's good.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Warren for the super chat. It says, he pushes every single one of his responsibilities possible off onto his viewers, and they pay. I think they deserve each other. I've always maintained, look, I know some people are getting pissed off at the amount of money Phil gets off his fucking deadheads, but if people are going to be that fucking gullible to give him money, if they're that stupid to give this man money after everything that we have told him he does with their money, then they fucking deserve it. They get what they fucking deserve. A fool and their money are easily parted. The fucking deadheads' money is easily parted as they give it to Phil, and Phil's money is easily parted as he gives it to Scopely for WWE Champions events. It's just the way it is. So I'm not. Phil can be given $1,000 in one fucking night. You just know it's gonna be fucking gone by the next fucking day. You just know.
My bills. Now it doesn't happen, and I don't even know what to do because every month I get overdrawn, and I'm not making enough extra money to even put in the bank account to cover that, so it doesn't happen every month. So here's the deal. Okay. I basically sat down and started weighing my options. And I said, what can I do to fix this? What can I realistically do to make things better to fix it? Because I need to raise money or do something to make money to pay these taxes coming up next year. There's only a few ways I can do it. Number one would be to try, I don't even know if I could, try to take out more loans, which with my credit the way it is and the amount of debt that I owe, very unlikely anyone would even grant me another loan. And if they do, I doubt it's going to be for the entire amount that I need to pay the federal government for taxes, okay? Even if somehow I piece together enough with more borrowed money to pay the taxes, how do I now pay these new loans? With my money coming in every month and I'm only having enough to basically pay things, and I'm even getting overdrawn. How am I going to afford another loan that's hundreds and hundreds of more dollars a month to pay off? Now, Kat stepped up and said, I'm willing to give you even more money out of my paycheck a month. And I'm like, we're already taking so much out. How much can you do? And she's like,
isn't that some random forgotten lore that Kat actually does give Phil some money every fucking month? Aye, fucking right. I'm pretty sure Phil Rick Condison said, Kat's money is her money, and shit, she has her money, she has her job, and that's her money to do what she wants. But this is not live, Phil. In case some people are joining the stream and confused, this is live, Phil. Here, we're waiting for Phil to go live today, December 3rd. This is a video from 22nd November 2018. I just thought I'd go back in time, and just kind of observe some old Phil lore where he had a really successful month one time, and then a really bad fucking month the day afterwards. And it's towards the end of 2018. He's all sad boy. Yeah, I know Phil's about to start. Oh yeah, well actually, yeah. Quasar X, yeah, good shout. Okay, but that's enough of that anyway. You guys get a general message. Phil's a whiny bitch. So guys, you all know the drill by now. Tag me in chat in case I miss anything on the card. I don't try miss things on the bingo card, but sometimes I do because I'm a dumb bastard that can't be helped. 25 squares equals a full house, and one of you guys can win some dosh. 25 snorts is a free space, and so is 100 likes from Phil streaming Rainbow's Bubbles.
good morning, everyone. Happy holidays. Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're busy having fun down here on Level 1. This lovely Saturday, a nice, cool winter's weekend. Today's December 3rd, 2022. Hello, hello. And I hope that you're all doing very well out there, and welcome to the show. Interesting combination of topics to talk about today. First of all, we are coming off of an entire day of me playing a hot and contentious new release in the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Stuart Gascoigne for Super Chat. It says, to be fair, I have no issue paying to be entertained. He is dull and every penny I give is earned in my eyes. Well, thank you very much, Stuart Gascoigne. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm almost, like, yesterday, it's one of those weird things where, I don't know, I was thinking about this the other day, right? Obviously, yesterday was an incredibly supportive, I'm going to sound so fucking much like Phil here. You guys were fucking insane yesterday with some of the kind of contributions, you know what I mean? And I say that in a nice way, but in a fucking, like, I'm not used to that kind of thing way. I don't understand how Phil can see some of his fans literally give him thousands and thousands of dollars and him not fucking question, are they able to do this? Why are they doing this? I mean, Phil doesn't fucking question the logic and fucking question if they're actually fucking okay. Because I mean, I'm saying, I won't lie to you. It's like, after I finished the stream yesterday, I actually messaged, D-Dog, the former Lord D-Dog. But I was like, thanks again, but you sure that's alright? Because it's so weird for me to kind of receive that kind of money. And yet Phil, though, if you look at the fucking money Phil gets from fucking people, look at the analysis of tips, for example. Let's look at the week analysis. Who are the biggest ever fucking contributors? Obviously, one person that stands out is one fucking Minute Man. Imagine Phil getting over 11 grand off one individual person. For like, and there's like guaranteed, it's like sort of $20, $20 to $30 every single fucking day. That's fucking mental, it's like, and Phil never questions the guy's like, is this okay? Sure? Like, why are you doing this or whatever? It's mental to me. It fucking blows my fucking mind. If Phil never fucking questions if the guy's okay and whatever, and if it's really okay, it's like, why? Well, it's one of those fucking things, but Phil doesn't never fucking seems to stop and just say, look, I mean, you don't need to do this, whatever. Just, no, he's like, okay, give him more. He's always fucking about getting fucking more off these fucking guys. It just blows my fucking tiny mind, honestly, man. I wonder if it's the same kind of analysis, kind of data thing for... Oh, there is kind of... Although this is only for... Is there a... T Michael Gamer has given 2,000... Is it the memberships, isn't it? Yeah. So in Super Chats, Nathan Smith has... God damn it. By the way, he's autistic. And that's not me being mean. He's from England and he's autistic, and he said to everybody in Phil's chat before. Nathan Smith, who's an autistic DSP fan, has given Phil $2,663 over the course of his, watching Phil online. T Michael Gamer has given Phil over $2,000 in just gifted memberships, I think, alone. Email is second by miles and 1,357. I'm not sure if that's... Yeah, it was updated, actually, it was. Something. I mean, I just, and Phil never fucking asks these guys questions. I'm like, hey, this is a lot of money, guys. Are you sure about this? That's what blows my fucking mind. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fucking crazy to me. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, people can fucking spend all the money what they want, but it's like, for me, it's still kind of one of those. It's like, if I'm getting, it's like yesterday it was fucking like mental for me, just for fucking how generous people were, and I'm always like, kind of questions like, I'm always my natural instinct and first response is like, why am I getting all this money? I don't deserve this kind of thing. I think it's normal for a lot of people, you know what I mean? Because I'm just fucking laughing at Phil online, playing dumbass bingo games. But yeah, it just blows my mind that Phil never seems to stop and question this kind of thing himself, and he's always just fucking taking and never giving back to his audience.
A hot and contentious new release in the Callisto Protocol. Now, I wasn't expecting that this game was going to be a contentious new release, quite frankly. You know, all signs pointed to the fact that this game was likely going to be quite good. A game made by the original dev team of Dead Space. A game that's the spiritual successor to that franchise, now that...
He's back to fucking saying successor. Of course he is. We all fucking lost our minds yesterday because Phil actually said successor finally, eventually, correctly at one fucking point. But he has reverted back to his old ways and is back to saying...
Dev team of Dead Space. A game that's the spiritual successor to that franchise, now that that dev team was fired by the parent company EA and went on to make their own IP. And the fact that after this team was fired, that EA decided to go ahead and remake Dead Space with a new dev team is kind of a ginormous slap in the face to the original creators of that IP. So, seeing that this game was coming out was exciting. For me, actually one of the most anticipated games of the year, and because of that, I planned on playing it all day long yesterday on release day, which I very much did. And man, it seems that gamers have big mixed reactions to this game. Both gaming journalists as well as just gamers at large seem to either love it or hate it. It's kind of weird actually in that regard, because honestly, I thought people were looking for something that was going to be very, you know, old school, you know, survival horror-esque, you know, thinking like the original Dead Space, but maybe with some new elements.
Warren's like long face today. Tits must have been slow. Kind of, actually. Let's have a wee quick look, guys, in case you're not aware how well it done yesterday for Phil. Oh, let me go full screen 2 seconds. The first stream did quite well, although there was 2 very late contributions in the day. In fact, 2 seconds. Give me a second, guys. 2 seconds. I have a clip to show you from one of the detractor channels. It was an unrecorded begment of sorts. Here we go. Snort Hogan. Shout out to Snort Hogan. Give me a second here. Here we go. Snort Hogan, DSP unrecorded begging, tip as soon as possible.
I don't care what any website gave this game. I really liking it right now. I think it's a really good game. So
that is YouTube mode right there. And look, he's about to turn off YouTube mode, and look what happens straight away.
Okay. Alright guys, really quick, I gotta pee. So please give me a minute here. I'm just gonna mute the mic, run next door, pee, come right back. We got another hour of Callisto Protocol tonight. For those of you who are enjoying the stream, again, if you could give it a like, we're trying to hit 100 likes tonight for engagement purposes. That'd be amazing. I'll do a silly bubble blow for you if we hit that. And also, any other contributions would be greatly appreciated. As you guys can see, we're at 50-some dollars in tips, but it kind of haven't had any contributions in the last hour, so it'd be great if we could get something going here. I will mute the stream. I'll be right back.
Then he waddles off, and then he'll waddle back. And this is where he reminds people and encourages them to tip as soon as possible.
Alright everyone, I'm back. One more hour here of Callisto Protocol on the stream tonight. Really liking it, and curious to see what comes next. Just one quick thing. If you were considering contributing via tipping tonight, I would strongly urge that you do so as soon as possible. Why? On today's earlier stream, no exaggeration, 20 minutes before the stream ended, we hit the tier 2 tips goal, and there was no time to do a pull for a hat, so I just had to grab something out of the closet. 10 minutes before the stream ended, we hit the whole tips goal, and I had to just grab a vest. So the sooner we hit these goals, the better, if we're going to hit them. I'm not asking for anything. I'm saying if you were already considering doing it, it makes sense to tip as soon as possible so we have time for these goals. Okay, guys? All right. In the meantime, let's continue, shall we?
So yeah, that was Phil fucking last night. That was a night stream, by the way. So as you heard from Phil, the day stream it looks on paper, it looks like it done very fucking well. In reality, until the final 20 minutes, Phil had not even hit his fucking hat goal yet. And then somebody came in over the fucking line, gave him enough money for the hat goal, and then with 10 minutes to go until he fucked off, he got some more fucking money just to do the fucking vest as well. The night stream, 67 buckaroos. So Phil's fucking begging that unrecorded begment earned him another fucking like $10 or so for the last hour of fucking gameplay or so. So yeah, already right off the fucking bat, it might not be a fucking well-performing game for him. Just saying.
And personally,
well, that's a very hang on, but it was a sneaky fucking snort. Hang on, hold on. Sneaky bastard. Right, a little reminder, guys, if Phil snorts 25 times, there's a free space for a card. And if he blows bubbles on stream before recording for gameplay, that is also a free space for us. Hopefully we won't need them, but it's good to have these free spaces, you know, if and when required, because it certainly helps us.
After playing it for 5 hours yesterday, that feels like exactly what it is. What we're going to do on today's podcast, I am going to go in depth about my thoughts about the game, since now I have played it for 5+ hours. I feel like I'm well versed enough in it to say a lot about it.
Someone's asking, when you say unrecorded, do you mean it doesn't record for YouTube channel, only appears on the stream? Pretty much, yeah. Basically, it's a part of Phil's live stream at a time. Obviously, Phil live streams everything on YouTube as well, but he also records it as well as live streams at the same time. So what he uploads to his channel afterwards in little video segments, those segments are usually not included because he stopped recording at that fucking point in time. Obviously, he's still live streaming at the time, we all fucking see it. But those are moments that he does not include on his uploaded content on his channel itself. So yeah, that's why we call him unrecorded, because Phil does not include him in his recordings, because I guess he feels, maybe he does feel a bit ashamed to include that kind of thing in his recorded content, as if, you know, oh shit, if I include this in my content, the detractors might have something about me which they're right about. But the fact of the matter is, also, detractors are always watching anyway. We've always got access to his live streams. There's always somebody live streaming thanks to, you know, Dark Days Mirror and the raw DSP archive channels. So yeah, it's one of those things where Phil cannot get away from it. If he says something unrecorded, we're going to pick up on it and we're going to fucking call him out on it. There's nothing he can do.
Although, admittedly, the game's supposedly anywhere from like 10 to 15 hours long, depending on how much time you spend exploring for side content and also how much you die. So, am I halfway into the game? Am I a third into the game? I'm not sure. But I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I did do a YouTube short last night that was only 60 seconds long that kind of summarized my thoughts, but I'd definitely like to elaborate more on that this morning, all right? Excuse me. Now, for clarification purposes, I'm not playing it today. You know, I played it all day yesterday, 5+ hours. So, for variety reasons, I want to mix up my streams today, and today we're going back to God of War Ragnarok on the first stream, and then tonight it'll be more Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer as I continue to try to use an SMG, which actually went pretty well on the last session on the late stream, okay?
The Grounder says he doesn't sneak it between recordings for the detractors' benefit is to prevent more Sir Moy situations, and that doesn't matter though. Aquateal also includes unrecorded segments on her channel. She also uploads things that are worth fucking uploading whether it's recorded by Phil or not. And obviously, if it gets enough traction, Moist will eventually see it, as had happened before with the fucking the last fucking video we watched. So I don't personally buy into that theory. He knows full well that if he says something it's worth anything, Phil's not safe essentially. The only thing Phil can control is what appears on his own channel, and he can always fucking direct people. Guys, you want to see what, you know, the real shite, the real me? Just go to my channel and watch the fucking videos. Not shit now. He can almost fucking point to that. But it's a strange fucking defense for him. But it's so bizarre that Phil never fucking, you know, it's so strange. He fucking stops recording and then goes straight into a fucking beg. It's like, yeah, no one fucking saw it, Phil, apart from, like, you know, everyone, all the detractors that clipped it. Yeah.
So, if you're looking for more Callisto Protocol, you're in the right place. You're just at the wrong time. You know, I was in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time.
Shut up, bitch!
It's a good song. Anyway, tomorrow, Callisto Protocol is when it will continue, all right? And I'm excited. I'll be honest with you guys. I actually wish I was playing it today, because after playing it 5 hours, I'm kind of really getting into the vibe of the game. That, you know, how you get into that rotation, the routine of how it works. And Not to say that I'm steamrolling the game at all. I'm dying a lot, but it's fun to die and then say, okay, I see what they did there. That was tricky. Now let me try to re-tackle that room in another way. And you try a strategy. Okay, that almost worked. And you try one more time. Yeah, we did it. We beat that room and now we can move on. You see, I like that about the game. And I am excited to play more of it tomorrow. So, you know, sorry for those who were into it yesterday. I was too. I was into it. I was really liking it. But for variety purposes, since I am a variety streamer, I do have to mix it up. I can't play the same game all day, every day. If I did that, I know I would upset a lot of my audience who are looking for advancement in the games that they like. In particular, God of War Ragnarok, good lord. If you guys aren't aware yet, we are 29 parts into the game, okay? So you're talking like 29, 30 hours. And the game, by all reports, is around maybe 50 hours long. So I guess you can argue we are more than halfway into the game, but it sure feels like the game just started in the last like 5 to 10 hours. So we'll see today. Today in God of War Ragnarok, it's going to be major story progress because we actually finished up all the side content in the main Lake of Nine open frozen area last time. It took a couple hours to get through it. And so I am very excited to jump back in today and reapply myself to story advancement and see what happens, okay? So I guess here's what we should do. Let's do the gaming schedule first so you guys know exactly what's going on here for the rest of the week. And there's no misconceptions, no confusion. And then we'll jump into my little spiel about the Callisto Protocol. There's a little bit to talk about in gaming news today. Not a heck of a lot, but there's maybe like 2 news stories I'd like to cover. One of which is kind of interesting to me, and other is kind of like not necessarily interesting to me, but everyone seems to be talking about it, so I'll gloss over it today. All right. So, game schedule. Today, God of War Ragnarok on the first stream, and as I just stated, we pretty much finished up nearly all the side content in the Lake of Nine. So likely what we're doing today is either there's like 1 or 2 final pieces to do, we'll do that, and then we're heading to the main story and progressing on in that today. All right, hope we get good progress in the main story today. You know, I think we're going to find the Norns, who are essentially the fates of Nordic mythology. You know, in Greek mythology, the fates are these 3 witches who kind of know the future and are almost like, not that they control anything, because they don't. They just see through time, and they can see different things that are destined to happen to people. One of the main plot lines of the original God of War trilogy is that Kratos went and saw the fates and ended up taking control of their powers and time leaping to actually stop those fates from happening. Okay? So it stands to reason, if you know the previous plots of previous God of War games, if these, you know, in this current God of War, if they've seen a wall mural stating that Kratos has to die, I get the feeling that's a bunch of horse shit, and they're going to find a way around it, or it's going to be kind of a bait and switch. I'm pretty sure this is me speculating. I'm pretty sure by the end of God of War Ragnarok, Kratos will be alive and well, so that we can have another game. Seriously, I really don't think he's going to die. It's too early to pass the torch on to Atreus. I mean, it's nice that we're playing as Atreus in this game. No, I do not believe that this is the end for Kratos, and he's getting retired, and we're going to have a new protagonist. I don't believe that at all. Especially after, oh my god, after the hoopla and the controversy around Last of Us 2, with Joel dying early on in the game, and then it's all about Ellie and a new character. I don't believe that's going to happen in this franchise. I don't buy it. Okay? Alright, so God of War Ragnarok progress here on the first stream. Later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Last time around, I started using an SMG. Now, I don't exactly remember the model. I actually don't know, because I just kind of listened to my audience and just grabbed one. And I started doing well immediately. Like, seriously, immediately I was killing people way better than I was with a single shotgun, the F-Tac. So I'm excited to try more of this tonight, get more attachments. Maybe the SMG or maybe an LMG is more my style in this game. I guess we'll find out as I play more tonight. Okay? Now, tomorrow, we go back to Callisto Protocol. And I'm excited. I really like the game. It's growing on me. And I can't wait to get even further in tomorrow on the main gameplay stream and to further develop my opinion on this game. Tomorrow night, Sunday night, the late stream is Pokemon Scarlet, and I'm very pumped. Pokemon Scarlet so far has been an outstanding playthrough. People have been really excited for it. Every time I play it, it's chill fun. People are naming Pokemon, helping me out with the different elements and the like. Really, really fun, and I'm very excited for Pokemon on Sunday night as a chill stream, okay? Then on Monday, it'll be more God of War, and yes, more Modern Warfare 2, all right? Now, I know already people in the stream chat, when is Warzone? Why no Warzone? Because I'm not a Warzone player. That's why. I'm not a Warzone player. Should I reiterate that? Hold on. You ready, guys? I, Phil Burnell, Darkside Phil, also known as DSP on the internet,
I'm a cunt.
owner and operator of DSP Gaming, the channel, am not a Warzone player. I'm not known for Warzone. I didn't even really play Warzone 1 more than a couple of times and I hated it. I'm in no rush to play Warzone 2. I'm not Dr. Disrespect. I'm not one of these Battle Royale streamers.
Man, you fucking wish you were Dr. Disrespect with the fucking money he's making, you fucking jealous, bitter old bastard. Fuck me, man. Nah. Here's the fucking simple fact of the matter is, Phil. Your audience is fucking asking and demanding in droves for you to play this fucking game. You're ignoring what they're fucking asking for and demanding for, and then you're fucking going to sit in your stream and wonder why support's been slow, why fucking tips aren't as fucking generous and forthcoming as usual. It's because you're ignoring your fans and their fucking demands. They're fucking asking for this, and you're just saying no because you're just being such a fucking stubborn, bitter little bastard about it. I'm not fucking good at the fucking game, so I'm not going to fucking get it. Big fucking deal.
I don't know why you're demanding this of me when it's not something that I do. It would be one thing if it was something that I was known for doing. I'm not. So why are you asking this? Why not ask me to do a paint your life stream? Why not, you know, just ask me these random demands? It's so weird. The people are like all over this and they want me to play Warzone 2. Why?
You play video games for a literal fucking living. It is one of the popular video games out right fucking now. Your audience is asking for you to play this hot new game right now. Why is it that fucking strange?
Why? I don't get it. The last time that I was into Battle Royale, honestly, was Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. That was many years ago, and admittedly, I liked it. If you remember, that year, what was it, 2018? That was fun. We played a ton of Battle Royale that year, and it was a lot of chill streaming fun, even though, admittedly, it's not really a chill stream when you're getting down to the wire and you have to kill everyone.
Prophet says he's too scared to play Warzone 2 because he knows he'll get fucked up. Brotherhood of Steel Man says, watch Phil is going to play Warzone, but it's going to be too late. Then he'll blame the fans. Exactly, I said that the other fucking day. Phil's going to fucking wait till the hype all dies down and then fucking get to this fucking game eventually. And then he's going to be like, well, I don't see the big fucking deal of this game. Barely anyone's fucking playing it. Why did you guys want to play? Why did you guys fucking scream to play this fucking game? I was like, well, fucking, you know, like months ago, Phil. Months ago when the fucking hype was fucking massive for this fucking game and everyone was fucking playing it. Yes, it would have been fucking good to see you play this game when there's a whole lot of other people interested in it. Now, when I fucking moved on from that shit, well, of course they're gonna. Jesus, Phil is so fucking bad for this. He is notoriously fucking bad for this. He's not playing it because he knows he's not gonna be fucking good at the game. Pure and fucking simple.
That was an opportunity for me to have a lot of social interaction with you guys as I was running around and gathering resources and kind of camping out and hiding. We had a lot of conversations that were quite fun, right? And I get that. But that was 4 years ago. Why do you think this is a staple part of my content? It's not. It's really not. Like right now, the only multiplayer game that I'm playing that's competitive multiplayer that even has any kind of like rage or element of me getting angry at a game is multiplayer of Call of Duty. So why don't you want that? I'm really at a loss because people tell me this is what they want. They want me to do multiplayer games where it causes rage and stuff, but then sometimes I do well and it's kind of wacky when I do and stuff like that. Then I do it. Oh, we on Warzone. Why? Because the memesters are fucking doing it? Because the hardcore Call of Duty players are doing it? Like, can you like wake up and realize that's not what I do?
Hold on a second. So the hardcore Call of Duty players are ignoring Call of Duty and are playing fucking Warzone. What does that fucking tell you, Phil, about how much better this game could be compared to fucking Call of Duty? If the hardcore Call of Duty players are ignoring Call of Duty for Warzone, maybe it's a fucking better game. I'm not saying it's a better game. But if what Phil is saying is true in that regard, about how all these fucking Call of Duty players are now going to Warzone right now, and they're focusing on Warzone right now, then sure that means it's got a more appeal to it. There is something to it that makes it better than Call of Duty.
Do you see me doing every fucking internet meme game? Do you see me doing every stupid fad? I don't do that. I'm the opposite. I'm the antithesis of internet fads of gaming. You think you should know that by now. So the fact that you're demanding me to play this mode that I know is probably not going to be that good, it's annoying. Quite frankly. But I'm listening. And I'm not telling you I'm not doing it. I'm just saying, like, I'm enjoying.
You literally just fucking told your audience you're not fucking doing it because you're not a fucking Warzone player. Didn't you fucking rewind? Didn't you rewind this fucking stupid ass fucking zoom up trap? This fucking moment?
Darkside Phil. Also,
get fucking past this fucking nonsense.
Zone 1 more than a zone player. Owner and operator of DSP Gaming, the channel. I'm not a Warzone player.
That tells me he's got no interest in playing it anytime fucking soon. I'm fucking saying all that fucking gibberish right there. Fucking, just bitching towards his fucking fans. Guys, stop fucking screaming and begging for me to play Warzone. I'm not a Warzone player. That to me, this fucking little fucking moment right here tells me he's not got any interest in playing it anytime fucking soon. Now where the fuck was I?
Me getting angry at a game is multiplayer of Call of Duty. Stars are fucking doing it because the hardcore Call of Duty players are doing it. Like,
fuck it, let's play from here.
Can you like wake up and realize that's not what I do? Do you see me doing every fucking internet meme game? Do you see me doing every stupid fad? I don't do that. I'm the opposite. I'm the antithesis of internet fads of gaming. You think you should know that by now. So the fact that you're demanding me to play this mode that I know is probably not going to be that good, it's annoying, quite frankly. But I'm listening. And I'm not telling you I'm not doing it. I'm just saying, like, I'm enjoying the natural progression and evolution I'm having playing the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Just take a look since the game came out to now. I started with the M4. Then I unlocked enough different weapons and LMG, and I got to the M16. Now, I thought the M16 was going to be good because it's always been good in Modern Warfare. It sucks in this one. I don't know if people have actually said since then they patched it and it's better now. But man, the M16 was so bad. I couldn't believe how inaccurate and low damage it was. I was like, geez, this gun sucks. So then I ended up switching over and doing other weapons, right? I did the whole Kostov weapon tree like you guys suggested. Got all the way to the Kostov 74U. And I liked the gun, but I didn't like the fact that it was basically a gun that you can't really use a scope on, and it wasn't really for mid to long range. So I said, let's keep going, right? So then we went back, used the F-TAC, and now I'm using an SMG, and that's kind of fun. This is cool progression, because every time I'm playing Modern Warfare 2, I'm doing something a little different. In fact, we are on the precipice of me unlocking the decoy. Finally, that inflatable decoy that was my favorite item to use in the beta is finally about to be unlocked. Finally! I'm like, geez, this is great. I can finally use it and distract people. It's really fun, right? So I'm actually excited to unlock, and I may unlock it tonight. It looks like I may unlock it tonight. Okay? So I understand that the fad and the memesters out there all are fucking doing the Warzone shit. Oh, look.
People are trying to understand, you know, like, Nataloran says the decoy isn't that great. Most people don't even use it. You've got to see it from Phil's eyes. Phil, in his opinion, he is like the fucking ultimate person, the most incredible thing ever. What is better than one Phil? Decoys of more Phils. When he's fucking surrounding himself by decoys, there's a Phil, there's a Phil, there's another Phil. I'm surrounded by greatness. Of course Phil is going to fucking love decoys because it's all fucking imitations of him.
Look at me trick shotting, look at me do that. Who gives a fuck about that? That's literally like measuring the length of your E-dick. Oh, look at my virtual pixelated penis. Oh, I'm such a big hot shot. Look at me and look at my montage of me doing quick scoping kills. Who gives a fuck? No one gives a fuck about your bullshit besides a bunch of idiots. Seriously, it's immature shit. It's like, who cares?
Hang on. Phil says nobody cares about Call of Duty montages. Now, no, that's a fucking like reference to the early 2000s essentially. But I feel it warrants a fucking search on the old YouTube. So I think we might as well do that, guys. Give me a second here. So let me search very quickly for Modern Warfare montages. Modern Warfare montage, and it has to be within the last month. We'll do the last month. 149,000 views 2 weeks ago. 149,000 views, guys. Sorry, go full screen, guys. 149,000 views. Anything else with massive amount of views, or is it all like 3k, 5k? Someone are fucking like, you know, in the tens and dozens or whatever. No views. Oh no, that's a shame. 2 hours ago. No views. When I see something like this, I want to just click on it so it's got a fucking view. There you go, bud. I gave you a view. Seike, I gave you a view. There we go. He's got a wee like as well. It's probably him, but I don't know. And there you go. You got a view technically. There you fucking go. I'm not gonna fucking watch it, you know. But still, you get what I'm saying, though. Some of the videos do quite well. I mean, of course, if I can do quite well, some of the fucking videos. I'll be happy to get some of those kind of fucking views. Jesus Christ. Naruto Ronin says the decoy could possibly be good in tier 1 hardcore, but Phil won't play that mode. There's no HUD, 1 shot, 1 kill, no kill cam, and team kill is on. Yeah, Phil's too much of a bitch to play that fucking mode. And Damon Anderson says, this guy speaking about measuring EP and was bragging about beating the first boss in God of War. Very good fucking point. Very good fucking point indeed.
Cares about that trick shot shit? Who cares about how good you did in a fucking Warzone 2 montage? I don't care. Eventually, we're going to get to it. All right, we will. I promise you we're going to try it. But I'm going to try it when I feel like I basically got into a situation where we've kind of done the logical progression we've done in Modern Warfare 2. And I'm like, okay, at this point, you know, let's move on and do something different because I've done everything I kind of wanted to do multiplayer in the game. Right now, we're still unlocking weapons. We're still getting to the point of the unlocks I want to do. I don't want to stop now. You know, I got that momentum going. I've actually just got to the point where I can play the game twice a week, right? Seriously, like we just got to the point where I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 2 to 3 times a week, which is great progress and it's going to make me play better. The last thing I want to do is now play less to play Battle Royale. Okay? So, I will consider doing Warzone. Yes, I'm still listening. I'm not writing it off. I'm just saying as of tonight, there's no way I'm doing it tonight. Okay? Okay. So all we're doing this week is we're alternating. Monday, it's going to be God of War and Modern Warfare 2. And then Tuesday, it's going to be more Callisto Protocol and more Pokemon Scarlet. Now, will we beat Callisto Protocol this week? Probably not. If we're 5 hours in and the game is reportedly 10 to 15 hours long, let's say we play it Sunday, then we play it again Tuesday. By Tuesday, we'll likely be near the end. But considering the fact that I am taking my time to go look for side content and the like, if you haven't noticed, I found some significantly interesting side content areas. We found an underground bunker underneath the prison that proved that there was some kind of a weird secret society or cult that was kind of controlling the events that would happen at the prison. We found a secret lab where they were experimenting on the mutations before there was an outbreak at the prison, so they knew that they existed. You see? So because we're finding all the supplemental stuff in the game's actually significantly better. So I do want to keep taking my time and exploring around rather than just try to rush through this game. Okay? So we'll see. We might beat it this week. We might not. If we don't beat it this week, that's fine. We can continue it on next week. And I already told you guys, since you guys really seem to like Pokemon Scarlet, I would be okay with taking Pokemon Scarlet back to a daytime stream.
Translation, it performs so much better for me financially doing it in day streams, so I'm going to fucking try and get that back on the day streams as soon as fucking possible so I can hit all 3 tier goals easily from the fucking European dent heads that give me so much fucking money for this garbage fucking content. Because at one time he has it on a night stream, it's like, oh shit, I didn't get to wear a hat. Chris Dank says next time he turns his head, look how much those 2 liver spots darker today, today compared to yesterday. I'll try and get a good wee breeze, same as I said all the time, so yeah, I know it's all about these right here, yeah. Let's wait until I get a good side shot.
For a stream or two next week.
That's actually not too bad actually there, I mean, you can kind of see them not too badly here. Zoom in hats. Yeah, they're very pronounced today. I don't know if Phil's just fucking paler than usual, or what, but they're very fucking pronounced. What was it the other day where you can do like fucking 10 of them? I swear remember I was fucking trying to count all the fucking spots on Phil's fucking greasy head? And I swear it was double digits. I think we earned a free space. It was like, if this is over 10, this is a free space, and we fucking counted like 11 or 12 or something. I don't know. The Grimer says, you wanted this! Phil will complain about no one caring for Warzone 2 when he plays it, which will be after Warzone 3 comes out. It could very well be, yeah. Mr. Burns over spots. The level 1 insignia is gone again. Yeah, in the bottom corner, Phil forgot to fucking enable it. Probably on his OBS. Dumb bastard.
Week, if, time permits, if we beat Callisto Protocol, since you guys seem to really want it, I'm down for that, okay? But we'll see what happens, and if, like I said, if time permits or whatever, and we'll go from there, okay? Cool. Alright, now, the next new releases for this month come out on the 13th, so that's actually a week from this coming Friday?
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat. It says, Callisto Protocol is a successor to Dead Space. I use this Xbox-style this Xbox-style accessory type device to play it, dude. God damn, it's actually quite hard to read it in film mode because you fucking butcher so many fucking words. Callisto Protocol is a successor to Dead Space. I use this Xbox-style accessory type device to play it, dude. God damn. And yeah, this fucking pause screen again, Phil fucking looking shifty as hell. Did I just get away with that begment? Did I really get away with asking for that kind of fucking money? Yeah, I think I did. Let me look at myself on every fucking monitor while I think to myself, look at his hand. Hang on, are these liver spots in his hand? Am I just fucking imagining things? Or he's like fucking just, well, you know, what is shit? I don't know, what is that for? Guys, do you think that's like random liver spots in his hand as well? Gout. Phil's a strange creature that always looks bad no matter when you pause the stream. Very good fucking point. I keep pretending I'm amazing at pausing, you know, during a Phil stream, but the truth of the matter is you can pause any fucking where and you get comedy gold.
No. A week from Tuesday. Ah, it's a week from this Tuesday. You see? And the two releases that are coming out are Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, which is the modern remake of Crisis Core, which was a PSP game, and it's a tie-in game. It's like almost a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. And then also, there's High on Life, the game that's a Game Pass game. It's from the makers of Rick and Morty. It's that first-person shooter with quirkiness and humor, and I'm actually excited to check that one out too. Okay? So, those are coming. And, you know, the goal is to beat Callisto Protocol before they come out, and maybe do a little bit of extra Pokemon, and then, you know, those will be some main focuses along with God of War. And then keep in mind after that, on the 16th to 18th, I'm in the Street Fighter 6 Wave 2 beta, which we're excited to find out more about because we actually don't know what characters will be available for it, but I'm pumped for that, and I'm going to be all over that. And then, of course, we got the two holidays.
He has still not bothered his fucking arse to check out the Street Fighter 6 website, which gives you all the information you could fucking need. This man is the laziest bastard in the fucking world. You think that somebody would be involved in the fucking beta would fucking do their goddamn research and homework into seeing what's going to be fucking part of it, especially when they're trying to plan shit around their fucking schedule. But no, not Phil Burnell. He has to be fucking force-fed us by his fucking audience all that information. Someone in his audience can pretend to be a fucking... This is what Phil could... Imagine if you're a fucking, like, random person in Phil's chat. You could pretend to have, like, inside information with fucking Capcom and say, Phil, I have an uncle that works with Capcom. I have all the details for you here. You know, all the secret details. These have not been released yet. And he'd believe you. That motherfucker would believe you, having these fucking details ready. You could be just, it's the same 8 characters as before. These are the fucking implements, you know, the things they've implemented. These are the fucking bug fixes they've had. Phil would fucking have no choice but to believe him because he's too fucking lazy to check this shit out himself. He really would. Yeah, the second beta is the exact same as the first one, essentially, in terms of character selection. I think it's the same modes as well, but I think they fixed a couple of things that had problems in some of the modes. So I like training mentioned had a bit of problem at times. I don't know. But yeah, Phil's so fucking he's so fucking lazy. This is his fucking job. This is his career. This is his livelihood. And he doesn't bother to fucking put an fucking ounce of effort into searching these fucking things and doing his fucking due diligence and research into these fucking things. It blows my tiny mind.
Events coming up, the Christmas Marathon event, which please keep nominating games by typing !Christmas into the stream chat for that. If you're a member, remember there's a members only post on the community tab. You can post up your games and nominations for, so I'm excited about that. The tips thing is broken.
Lol, the tips thing is broken apparently. I'm not sure if that's true, but if it's true, then fucking lol.
The tips thing is broken.
Immediate derailment. Only Ice Barley has saying it's Street Fighter, designed by Takashi Nishiyama and Hiroshi Matsumoto, debuted in arcades in 1987. I was 1 year old in 1987. That's all I've got to say about that. Phil was probably, 4 or something. Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, 4 or 3? 3 or 4? I don't know.
Let's see.
He really has derailed the stream entirely to try and fix this. Wow. Blimey, says I was -4. No, he's not banning anyone right now. He's trying to see if the tips is broken or not.
No, it is not.
Oh my god. So, his first instinct is to laugh at the person that couldn't tip him. So Phil was told by somebody in his chat the tips thing is broken. He immediately stops everything to check it. And as soon as Phil finds out it doesn't seem to be broken, Phil's first instinct is to laugh maniacally. Is he going to mock the guy for suggesting it was fucking broken?
I just clicked on it and it works. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna count that as what the fuck are you talking about? I'm counting that. It's part of the same fucking thing.
Works. Are you using? Wait a minute. Xi Jinping, are you using the super old tips link from 1,000,000 years ago?
You mean from like 2 months ago?
From like 3+ months ago? That changed a long time ago.
I love that. Hang on, 1,000,000 years ago, like from 3 months ago.
Xi Jinping, are you using the super old tips link from 1,000,000 years ago? From like 3+ months ago?
1,000,000 years ago, so it quickly turned into fucking 3+ months ago. Also, yeah, shout out to the fucking Chinese Prime Minister or President or whatever the fuck is, Xi Jinping. Fucking trying to give Phil his communist style bucks.
That changed a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Because I just clicked on the link and it worked fine. Took me right to the tips page, no issue. I don't know. He may be using the insanely old link. Maybe he bookmarked it like 3+ months ago. Remember, we've been using the direct PayPal link for many months now. And it's working well, by the way. I will say this. You know, we've been through the ringer of people being dicks and everything. But now we're good. Like, I'm now in a situation where I fully control everything. There's no more, like, third-party middleman when it comes to you guys contributing to the streams. So we don't have to worry.
I mean, PayPal are technically a middleman. There's no way you can fucking say PayPal aren't a fucking middleman in a situation. There is a fucking middleman still. They're called PayPal.
Worry about, oh, some asshole false reports me somewhere, I get banned. It's not going to happen, you know, which is good. So, no more bullshit. You know, it's worked really smoothly and well. I play manually. I play the animations for you guys. I just got a $1 tip, by the way. It's working. It's definitely working. So, yeah, this is good. This, you know, I know we had to adopt. We had to change. I know I have to play manual animations. You guys...
Hold on. Did he just say adopt instead of adapt? Dashy says, how's that 1099k, Philip? That's a good fucking point. He definitely said adopt instead of adapt. Oh my god, imagine the future. Is that a potential Freudian slip of sorts there? Not Freudian, but you know what I'm saying. Phil meant to say adapt, but because he and Kat behind the scenes are planning to fucking adopt a baby because she doesn't want kids. She doesn't want to fucking go through the process of fucking childbirth or having sex with Phil.
Money, oh, money, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Warren, for super chat. It says Phil looked into streaming his content in China. In China, DSP say Chicka Chang Wong, thank you for the tip, Xi Jinping. Jesus, man. He definitely said adopt.
You know, I know we had to adopt.
I'm just saying it's possible that Phil... I know Phil butchers words all the goddamn time. But is there a remote possibility that Kat does actually want children, but she just doesn't want to give birth to children? And adoption is a possible route for him. It's one of those things, it's a win-win for Kat because it's also, she can have someone in her life that she can actually talk to. It's not fucking Phil. She wouldn't have to have sex with Phil to fucking have a deed done. We have to go through the kind of, the whole, you know, birthing process, which is, you know, like, I don't know. It's just weird that Phil would fucking say adopt. I'm just saying, it's a bit weird. Don't rule anything out, it is absolutely possible. Although I hope to fuck I am wrong. Let me get it because I don't believe it's happening. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I am not fucking saying this is absolutely fucking happening in my opinion. I just think it's a possibility based on his fucking little slip from Phil.
So, yeah, this is good. This, you know, I know we had to adopt. We had to change. I know I have to play manual animations. You guys seem to be fine with that. I'm fine with that. Everything's working well. So no complaints on that end. Everything's good. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Christmas event coming up. Please nominate games for the Christmas event if you haven't yet. That's exciting. Christmas Eve event, which is the WWE King of Christmas Sims tournament. That's making a return this year. Of course, we got the year-end, you know, Game of the Year awards and Most Disappointing Games countdown. We got a lot coming up. A lot of exciting things. And by the way, in 2023, I also have new things coming up for you guys. But I'm not going to spoil on those. We'll wait on those, okay? Monthly goal this month for members. If we hit the members goal, it's the return of the Viewer's Choice event where you guys will be able to nominate a game where I will play a full playthrough of this game on DSP Gaming. Okay? So that's coming up. I hope you guys will consider becoming a member, gifting a membership, renewing a membership, whatever it may be. It is the season of giving, and gifting a membership will be a great way to say happy holidays to your fellow viewer and to help out this channel as well. All contributions are appreciated, of course, but members, hitting that member goal will be stupendous. And by the way, if we happen to hit that members goal before the end of the month, there's a tier 2 goal where we're going to do a special react event as well, but we don't have to jump the gun. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm planning on, we can do a double reward if we actually get that much support this month. Okay? Cool. Okay. So now that I've covered the bases, I think what I would like to do is do a segment about Callisto Protocol. Okay? And then we're going to do a little bit of gaming news, and then we're going to do shout outs and the like as usual. All right? So, Callisto Protocol. I'll be honest, when it started, I thought it was kind of a slow start. And I was kind of like, nah, this is kind of similar to Dead Space 2's opening. If you remember the beginning of Dead Space 2, Isaac Clarke returns to the human colony in space.
I'm sorry, but he is boring a shit out of me. I am going 1.5 speed, not even 1.25. I'm going straight to 1.5.
After having basically abandoned the ship that had been overrun with the necromorphs, and after having, kind of destroyed the mining colony that they had landed at the very end of the game. And, basically they don't believe him. He's ranting and raving about these necromorphs and things, and they don't believe him. They think he's nuts, okay? So he's basically kind of like, not necessarily, I don't think he's incarcerated, but he's basically being held.
I'm sorry, I know I said I was going to go fast, but I had to pull it. I want to pause here.
He's nuts, okay?
I want to do a good clear shot here. I don't want it to be too blurry, but as I'm saying, like, those liver spots, man. Jesus, man. It's just he leans into the camera and turns that way as well, so Jesus, man. Dashi, I can't go faster. We might miss things on the card. I don't want to go too fast, I miss things on the card. The bingo is number one priority.
So he's basically kind of like, not necessarily, I don't think he's incarcerated, but he's basically being held, and he's trying to start like a new life where people kind of think that he's crazy for what he said. They don't really believe him. And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose on the colony he's living at, right? And if you remember, like, the security guards all of a sudden go from trying to like keep you in place to all of a sudden they're disappearing, they're getting murdered. And the next thing you know, the trams are going crazy. You go into the main settlement, everyone's dying around you, and then come to find out the necromorphs are there. So it's kind of like, instead of Dead Space only taking place on one ship and then the mining colony at the end of the game, in Dead Space 2, it's like almost like Doom 2 Hell on Earth, where now the horror comes home, right? It's attacking the human colonies in space and things like that. So I kind of felt that vibe at the beginning of Callisto Protocol, because at the beginning of Callisto Protocol, you're someone operating like a freighter ship, and your freighter ship gets attacked by a group of terrorists/pirates, right? And then you crash on a prison colony, right? And now all of a sudden, oh, you're right, Epilepsy. That's Dead Space 3. I got him confused. Dead Space 2, he's in an insane asylum. Dead Space 3 is when he's in the human colony. You're absolutely right. So they're both kind of similar. Because basically, what I'm getting at is, the beginning of Callisto Protocol is that you're in a situation that's kind of dark and messed up, but then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose around you, and then you get inadvertently freed, and now you've got to try to survive. That's kind of exactly the same premise as what Dead Space 2 and 3 both were, and that's kind of what Callisto Protocol is, right? So you're on this prison planet, for some reason you're being held prisoner, you can't figure out why they arrested you, because you didn't do anything wrong, supposedly, but they arrested you regardless, and now you got to survive as these mutants, they're not necromorphs in this one, they're just mutant monsters, are overrunning the prison. You're working with another prisoner, and you're going around the base doing various things. Oh, find the arsenal, unlock this elevator, go here, go there, do this, do that. Kind of the typical survival busy work that you do in this kind of game. But then it gets more interesting as you start to actually explore the game. And in the plot, and by the way, yes, there will be some spoilers, minor spoilers. I'm only 5 hours in, I don't know the whole plot of the game, but I'll tell you some introductory spoilers for the game, okay? The plot is basically that there's a new warden at the prison, and this warden has only been there for a little while. It's not clear how long, maybe about a year, but since the warden moved in, he completely changed how everything is done at the prison, and the guards don't even like this guy. Like, they're like, man, he really changed everything. We don't like that. We like how the old person ran the prison, but what are you going to do? It's a new regime coming in. You got to deal with it if you want to keep your jobs. So come to find out, this warden talks almost like the prison is like a cult, or like it's a place for religion where you can be reformed and you can change and have a new life, right? And then as we were exploring the prison that was being overrun with these mutations, we found a secret underground room that essentially was almost like a cult.
Oh, hold on a second. I thought that was the whole fucking point of prison. Rehabilitation. I'm not saying fucking religious rehabilitation, but it's not. Hold on. I thought the whole fucking point of, also if you go to prison, right? Obviously you did something wrong, you did something fucked up and wrong, that you go to prison because you broke the law or some sort of capacity. But I thought prison was a fucking tool to try and rehabilitate people so they can get back into society and be good members of society again. I'll just describe what prison service is essentially kind of meant to be for, trying to rehabilitate. I'll say it's a punishment, but it's also meant to try and rehabilitate people, to try and be good people. Not great people, but not fucking be arseholes, not to try and end up back in fucking prison. Warren says penitentiary, that's like the definition. Exactly, I'm just surprised that Phil fucking said that as if it was a fucking nonsense thing.
cult or like it's a place for religion where you can be reformed and you can change and have a new life, right?
Reformed, you can be changing and have a new life. I'd imagine that most people in prison would want to change their life if that was a fucking life at that fucking time. Yes, I think that's not a strange fucking thing to me. And maybe it's just me, I don't know.
And then as we were exploring the prison that was being overrun with these mutations, we found a secret underground room that essentially was almost like a cult, like club room, where there was all these podiums and all these symbols on the walls. And there was a document we found where there was the warden was reporting to someone else who was actually the real person in charge and reporting, yes, everything's going according to plan. You know, these, and you start reading more documents and it's like, oh, the prisoners are like the experiments and this is going to be our ultimate success story and things like that. And you're like, what the hell are they talking about? Is this in regards to the cult converting people to become cult members in this prison? Are they talking about actually like experimenting on the people in the prison with these mutant things or whatever? You know, you don't know. And that's cool. That's what I like about these survival horror games. They keep this air of mystery. You don't really know what's going on. And it's up to you to kind of like, through the evidence the game presents and other things going on in the game.
Alright, Dash is saying something over Train says, he said success correctly. Also, did he say, did Phil actually say help? Train? Or are you just asking for help? It actually doesn't matter, very ticked off anyway. So Dash sent something for us to play. Us versus DSP is how he's titled it.
Here tonight, live on Raw. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And Manstorm, a very talented competitor from.
I'm gonna get a stream shut down if I play fucking wrestling shit, man. Is this where Austin just basically says boring the whole time, doesn't he? Yeah. I had to try and avoid the stream getting shut down massively because Dash, you'd not thought this through, I think. This stream might get shut the fuck down. Anytime you play wrestling stuff on here, if it's on for too long, the stream might just get fucking muted. Because, you know, fucking WWE and all that shit. It's like, hey, you can't stream that shit.
Calgary, Alberta, Canada. What do you know about this Garrison Cade kid?
That'll do. That'll do. I'll fucking do. I don't play too fucking much yet. we got the first board out there and I fucking just ran the fuck away. There we go. Thank you, Dashy. I could just play the audio clip. I can't. Oh, so done now. You know what the clip is anyway.
You're trying to figure out exactly the plot. And I like that it keeps you guessing. That's one of the cool things about these games that makes it exciting over the course of the game. So over the course of the game, you're trying to figure out how can we escape. And it's you and this other prisoner working together. Well, come to find out, this other prisoner actually had been working behind the scenes for months before the whole outbreak to escape the prison. And basically had an idea of how to get to like the launch pads where all the you know, like the spaceships would be to escape. And he's like, what you got to do is you got to go underground to a dome. Once you get to that dome, that's where a lot of the people who are not the prisoners are living on this planet. And from that dome, then you can have access to the tram system, which I guess then would take you to the spaceships. So that's your goal. But also, you need to find someone who can summon a spaceship down to the planet. Because right now, it's not clear if there would even be one that could make it off the planet. So you try to find a prisoner, and come to find out, when you go to free that prisoner is one of the freaking pirate/terrorists that was storming your ship at the beginning of the game. And she's like, oh, I'm not going to work with you. And then in a really weird, mysterious twist, she actually says to the person you've been working with for most of the game, don't trust that guy. He's not who he says he is. Now, what in the holy hell does that mean? Because that sounds to me like you are who you say you are. You're led to believe you're a smuggler or a cargo transporter. Maybe you're not, right? Maybe you're actually something different. I don't know. So anyway, and by the way, the spoilers are almost done. I just want to do a little plot summary up to this point to let you understand why I like this game so much. So then, basically after you get to a point where she's like, I'm not going to work with them, she runs off. And I get the feeling you'll find her later in the game because you're probably going to need her help. Now it's like, well, screw it. We just got to get to where the ships could possibly be. So the person who you're working with says, well, I already know a way. You got to go underground, so I'm going to open the way to go. But you're going to have no comms under there. So good luck. So you spend like an hour and a half by yourself, not talking to anyone, just trying to survive underground. And man, that's when the game really ramps it up. There's new enemy types down there. There's gauntlets of enemies down there. Thankfully, I upgraded my arsenal enough that I was able to hang, although I died a lot, all right? But I got through it, and I finally got to the dome. And that's really where we left off. I ran out of time. I'm in the dome, and we went to this botanical garden. We were going through there. What we were trying to do is enable like a tram to take us to the next part of the game. And that's when I ran out of time, all right? So that's where I am so far. So just listening to that plot. So you're someone who's supposed to be a cargo smuggler or a cargo transporter. It's not clear. You get boarded by some pirates and terrorists. You crash land on a prison planet. For some reason, they take you prisoner despite the fact you've done nothing wrong. All hell breaks loose in the prison. People are mutating and dying left and right. You don't really know why or understand why. You're trying to survive. You're working with a group of survivors to try to escape. At the same time, there's this underlying plot that the warden may be in a cult and either was trying to use the prison as a way to make cultists, or maybe he was experimenting on people all along, and that's what the mutations are. You don't know, okay? Also, there's an element that you might not be who you say you are because the terrorist accuses you of that. Maybe she's not a terrorist at all. Who knows, right? And that's kind of where we are in the game 5 hours in. That's a good plot to me. Like, that's interesting. I'm intrigued. I want to keep playing to find out what's going to happen in this plot.
I'm sorry, but I need to rewind that just for that fucking face. Sorry, MRC Midnight. Sorry, we had a little derailment because we had to hear Stone Cold say boring. But give me a second.
There's an element that you might not be who you say you are because the terrorist accuses you of that. Maybe she's not a terrorist at all.
This fucking face here, this is what I wanted here. This... Jesus, man. Filmmaking this fucking face. Now, that's like the first one. Is there any better one? Wait, he's looking over to the other monitor. How do I look? How does this look? I think I look good. Yeah, I think this is a good look for me. The LA Noir face. Yeah, he looks over to the fucking monitor he's on just to see what he fucking looks like pulling his fucking face. He's oh shit, it doesn't actually look like a good at all. Let me fucking stop trying to fucking, like, you know, make my jaw look like that. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Hold on. I think... I don't know what's fucking better. Hang on. Oh my god. Well, there's my next thumbnail. Yeah, I'm gonna... The surprise... Okay, hang on. I need to save this fucking... I already had a picture, you know, picked before. 2 seconds, guys. I need to save this one before I fucking lose it. Pictures, DSP surprise chipmunk. That's the fucking first one from earlier on. I don't even know what I'm going to call this fucking picture. Any suggestions, guys? What would you call this? What would you call this fucking face? I have no idea. This face here. Well, what's the thing? Is this better, or is him looking to the side better? I think this was personally better because he's looking down the fucking camera, but some people prefer him fucking looking to the side. I'm definitely fucking saving one of these. Should I do the you know, eyes to the camera or eyes to the side? Head on. Okay, we'll do head on. Hang on, that wasn't a good one. Hang on, let me say that again. That sounds alright. So hopefully I can make a good picture from that. There we go. Head on, applied directly to the deadhead. It's one of those things. If I actually 2 seconds, let me see how that looks. 2 seconds. Because I have a website for it straight away. I can fucking check. Give me a second, guys. We'll get back to the fucking bingo soon. More important matters to attend to, like fucking making Phil look ridiculous. Jesus Christ. So that's... I have a website that I tried to remove the backgrounds from. This is what it looks like when I remove the background. It included a little bit of fucking screen, you know, the fucking foam at the back. This is the website I use though for removing remove.bg/. So this is the website you use to try and remove backgrounds. Is that a winner? Is this a winner of a thumbnail? Just include. Oh my fucking god! Fucking hell! Oh my god, that'll be on tomorrow's fucking bingo card then. Okay, fair enough. No, just Jesus Christ, man. Oh my fucking god. That year too. Alright, okay, back to bingo. Okay, I've derailed this fucking long enough. Back to the fucking bingo.
Who knows, right? And that's kind of where we are in the game 5 hours in. That's a good plot to me. Like, that's interesting. I'm intrigued. I want to keep playing to find out what's going to happen in this plot. And I think it's well written so far. Admittedly, the first hour is quite slow. In the first hour, it's just about, oh, you've been freed from your cell and you're trying to survive. After that, once you start getting the plot elements, the game starts getting a lot better. So you do have to get past that initial, maybe introductory section to really understand how good it gets, okay? Now, what I'm seeing a lot of people say, all right, is that the game is not scary. The game is gory, the game is challenging, but the game is not scary, okay? Now, I guess the question is, what do you find scary? Because that's subjective. That's an objective judgment. Everyone thinks that something is different that's scary. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to ban someone because they were apparently posting fucking story spoilers. He's an idiot.
Hey, lean somebody. We don't have lean and ban on this card today, but hey, lean somebody. Chris, thanks for saying, I await the thumbnail of his wonky eye. That's just today's stream. Today's stream had a thumbnail of the wonky eye. Hang on, I can show you 2 seconds. Fucking... I'll show you. Chris, hang on, 2 seconds. Today's stream was a wonky eye one. I'll prove it. Give me a second, I'll prove it. Fucking hang on, 2 seconds. DSP Bingo, December. I organise all shit. This is the... There you go. See? Oh, well, that was... No, that's just the stream. Of course, that was just the stream. Today's stream, I'm just checking December. Wrong one, hang on. Hold on, I'll fix this. That was just these one. Today's one.
Money, yeah. Money,
There you go.
Money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Mepper, for a tip. He says Phil's a castrated pig. Cat shouldn't worry about pregnancy because he can only bust in blackjack. Where'd the load go? There was none. Well, yeah, I personally do not want to think of Phil procreating in any manner, even by himself. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think Phil would be capable of doing it anyway. I don't know, it's just one of those things. Anyway, the Wonky Eye was today's podcast. Sorry, pre-stream DSP Bingo fucking thumbnail. There you go, the Wonky Eye. It's looking at you. It's looking at you. It's looking right into your soul. Anyway, forget. That's shit done enough of that crap. So yeah, that was today's one. And tomorrow's one, after the stream ends tonight, I'll set up a thumbnail for tomorrow's bingo so people won't have long to fucking wait.
So I had to fucking ban him. Yeah, I think there was just a big story for it. I didn't really read it. I saw a big paragraph and there was a couple names. Like, oh, okay, ban. Fuck.
So I just leaned the guy. He didn't realise why he banned the guy, but he assumed it was spoiling. Even though Phil just gave a whole bunch of spoilers himself, he leaned somebody because he thought they might have been spoiling. Okay.
An idiot. So anyway, so I hope you didn't read that. Because I didn't. I saw a bunch of gibberish. I was like, okay, bye. Boop.
Stop fucking pretending, Phil, you don't know what's going to fucking happen. You spoil yourself in all your fucking games. You fucking look into these fucking games. We know you fucking do. You spoil yourself for everything. For someone who's so fucking lazy, it's actually impressive how much he spoils himself in these fucking games so he knows what's fucking coming up. And he fucking tries to act fucking surprised. No, it never works, Phil. It never fucking works in this.
Okay, so, continuing on. The thing that is scary about the game, in my opinion, okay, is at any moment, you can turn a corner and it seems like you're safe, right? But you're not, okay? And here's what I mean by that. Perfect example would be yesterday, near the end of my stream. I walk into a room in the botanical gardens, okay? Everything seems fine. I hear nothing, see nothing, everything seems good. But there's a bunch of smoke in front of me, and I'm like, oh boy. So there's an item sitting like right here on a box, right next to the smoke, okay? All right, so obviously there's going to be some kind of a trick here. So I'm walking forward towards the smoke, I can't see anything, and all of a sudden when I'm about to grab the item, whoa, you hear a monster lunging. Okay, I backstep. Here comes the monster, it's coming at me. I'm like, all right, what can I do? So I grab him, I throw him against the wall, I'm beating him with my stick. All of a sudden, another monster came out of the smoke. Oh shit. So I gotta kill this one quick. So I'm trying to kill him quick. I turn to kill the other one. I grab him. There's a third monster, and this one is the spitter. This is the one that can hit you from a distance, okay? It's also a tank. So now what do? So I'm trying to kill the one. The other one's coming out. I'm trying to fight two at once. I'm dead. All right? That's scary to me. Why? Because you didn't know what was coming. It was an air of mystery, an air of, scary. At any moment, you could go around a corner in Callisto Protocol, and you don't know if you're facing 1, 2, 5 enemies. You don't know if it's a situation where you can survive head up, or if you have to be strategic. Maybe you have to retreat and then fight them by trying to lure them into another room. Some of the rooms have traps, where like spiked walls, where you can use the grip, which is the telekinesis power in this game, to grab an enemy and just stick him to the wall. That's an instant kill. That's an easy way to instantly kill an enemy. Of course, you can only grab maybe 2 to 3 enemies tops before you run out of energy for your grip, and now you got to fight with your hand-to-hand combat or your guns. So to me, that's kind of the scary element, is you don't know what you're going to find around any particular corner, and now the game has a new enemy type, and yes, it's a minor spoiler, but I'm pretty sure you guys know there would be a variety of enemies in the game. There's an enemy that looks like a normal enemy. As you start to hit it and fight it, all of a sudden, tentacles start to rip out of its body. This is a mutator, and this is the tougher kind of enemy in the game. Now, you have an option. Option number 1 is to try to shoot the tentacles. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty difficult, okay? Option number 2 is to try to beat the shit out of that enemy before it mutates. I've tried it a few times. I think I've only done it once. The other times I tried, it just kept mutating and it beat me and then got superpowered and I got owned. The third option, which seems to be the best option, immediately grab it, throw it somewhere, and then try to unload on it however you can, whether it's your shotgun, whether it's just stomping, whether it's beating it, because once it's kind of thrown, it's stunned, and it gives you a little bit extra time before it mutates. Now, in general, when I know that there's a mutator/tentacle monster coming up, I try to use my environment. Stick it on the wall, or in one case, I knew one was coming, and I had a gas canister. I blew it up, and once it blew it up, it didn't matter, it was mutating, it was dead. Okay? So, you gotta be tricky. That's the thing about this game, is being tricky. And the thing that I feel most people are complaining about the game when it comes to the gameplay elements is the melee combat, okay? Let's address the melee combat in Callisto Protocol. At the beginning of the game, it's all you have, all right?
So, Naruto Lauren says that he talks about people spoiling the game, but he's literally spoiling the game by talking about the enemies and such right now. There's one big difference, but for Phil, a spoiler to Phil is something that he has not seen yet or encountered yet in his gameplay. Phil determines what is a spoiler and what is not a spoiler based on how far he has progressed in his fucking playthrough of the game. In his mind, everyone should have fucking watched him play the first fucking days worth of fucking gameplay already. This is why he feels so comfortable talking about the fucking things he's experienced so far in the fucking game. And yes, he fucking prefaced it with, guys, by the way, spoilers, minor spoiler. But the fact of the matter is, because he's played the game, he's fully expecting his whole audience, all of them, to have fucking watched it already. That's why I feel so comfortable and just fucking spoil him and shit, even though he can't guarantee that, he's got no fucking way of knowing that, but in Phil's mind, because he's experienced it, it's not a fucking spoiler for people. Or at least it shouldn't be much of a fucking spoiler to people, because he has experienced it already. He is incapable of putting himself into other people's fucking shoes. Scott Hogan says I didn't understand a word of that. That's not unusual for me, I'm Scottish.
How does it work? Well, at any moment, an enemy's coming at you. When an enemy attacks, all you have to do is be holding either left or right on your thumbstick, and your guy will dodge. Now, some enemies only attack once, some attack twice. I think in one case, I did find one that attacked 3 times. So what you gotta do is dodge, and if a second attack is coming, swap from left to right or right to left, and you'll bob and weave the other way. Now the enemy is open for a combo. And you can usually hit it twice if you buy the upgrade like I did. I have a 3-hit combo, so I can hit it up to 3 times. Now, after 3 hits, if you have a gun, the game gives you an option. Would you like to do a follow-up hit that's a gunshot to a weak point? That's your call. You don't have to do it, but, you know, as you get more and more ammo in the game, it probably does make sense to start using those. So essentially, it's dodge, dodge, 1, 2, 3, shoot. Dodge, dodge, 1, 2, 3, shoot. That's the melee combat system in the game. Now, the problem with this system is it only works usually against 1 enemy at a time. If you're fighting 2 at a time, you can't really keep dodging 2 guys at once. And once you start attacking one, you might accidentally start swinging at the other. That's happened to me a few times. There's 2 guys in front of me. I'm like, 1, 2, oh shit, 1, 2, and now the combo's getting stuttered. And it's not working properly. So, ideally, you want to be fighting these guys one-on-one, or you want to be separating them using your tools. So initially, yes, the combat in the game is quite slow because all this melee combat based. But once you start getting weapons, like the handgun, there's an optional weapon, the shotgun. It's completely optional. You can miss it. All right, and I almost did because I didn't know it was an optional area. And I said, well, you know what? I want to check that first. So I went back and checked, and I found the schematic for the shotgun, which is way better than the handgun. Okay, so you know, once you start getting these weapons, now you have more options. And then once you get the grip, that's the power glove I call it. 'Cause it looks like a power glove from Nintendo, but it's really the telekinetic abilities from Dead Space. Now is when the game really becomes what it's supposed to be, because now you have 3 options: melee, guns, telekinesis. And now, and what I've done, at least in my playthrough, I don't know, because again, this game has many ways you can play it. You can upgrade your melee, you can upgrade your guns, you can upgrade your grip. I've upgraded the grip twice already, which is, by the way, is not easy in this game. The credits are very scarce. You know, most enemies are dropping 10 credits a piece. Well, guess what? 300 for a base upgrade, 900 for a medium upgrade, 2,700 credits for the highest level upgrade. So these are not easy, okay, at all. These are hard to get and hard to do. You gotta really save up and really manage everything in order to be able to get the better upgrades. So upgrading my grip, now I have a grip that allows me not only to grab an enemy, but throw him for big force and do big damage, plus instant kill if you hit him against like a wall that has spikes on it and stuff. And I've done this in many different parts of the game. There was one room with a bunch of gears. I just kept throwing enemies into the gears. They would turn to mulch. And in some rooms, you stick them on the wall, and you can fight the other ones, right? It's pretty neat, actually. It's a good mechanic. I like it. I'm enjoying it. And now that I have the 3 things to alternate, I'm doing, oh, okay, dodge, dodge, combo, shoot. Oh, here's another one. Grab, toss. Oh, dodge, combo, shoot. Grab, toss. Pull out the shotgun. Ba-doom, ba-doom. Take him down. Stomp. And by the way, another critical thing about the game, you gotta stomp. When you kill an enemy that's mutated, stomp the shit out of it, and that's how you get items. So you just want to fucking stomp fast, do gore squirting everywhere. It's fun. It's very fun. Turn them into jello and take all their items out of their dead bodies, okay? So, once you get the pattern down and you understand how it works, the game is actually quite rewarding. But the game is a game that's meant to be played, and you're going to die a bunch, and that's fine. You die, now you know what's in that room. Now you plan for what's in that room. You go in there, you try a strategy. Did it work? No? Okay, try a different one. So you figure it out. And yes, I've died a bunch, but at least I'm making progress. You know, I'm not getting stuck on anything too particularly. What I find hilarious, are the reviews and the content creators who are basically panning the game, all right? So, let's address each of these points one by one, okay? Number 1, the game is too outdated, okay? Too outdated. Now, I want you to think about modern survival horror. Most modern survival horror games are
I'm going to stop you right there, Phil. The way you described the game, the combat to me, and the enemies you come across, it seems extremely fucking simplistic. I can understand the concerns of it being outdated. You just described to me, Phil, the way you fucking tackle enemies in this game. It doesn't sound that fucking interesting to me. It sounds quite boring and repetitive. How in the... Okay, and that's the impression I get. That's the impression I've been getting from Phil. That the fucking combat system in this game is a bit fucking repetitive and boring. He seems excited to fucking... I don't know why Phil's fucking hyped about it, because it seems boring as shit. Maybe because he thinks he's being good at the game or something. It's so simplistic and boring. Or the fact that he follows some sort of pattern, and Phil is kind of like... Phil has a strange sort of thing where he really likes fucking doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and so he likes this kind of pattern type of play. You know, like WWE Champions, for example, has that same kind of gimmick.
Now, first-person survival games. Most first-person horror games don't even have combat anymore, right? Think about it. Oh, you're gonna run and hide from a villain that you can't even fight. Then you solve a bunch of fucking puzzles and read logs, and then you're on to the next room where you sneak around again. That's kind of like modern horror now. And does this game feel like that? Fuck no. They didn't go that route. In a lot of ways, I kind of say, yeah, what they were going for was a more classic survival horror formula. But who says that the modern horror is a better formula than the classic? Like, to me, I would much rather play a game where I feel like I'm in control than a game where it's just running around looting shit and avoiding an enemy, right? Like, let's be honest, the Amnesia series is a lot like that. And I'm not shitting on the Amnesia series, but wouldn't you rather play a game where you actually have some combat? You feel, wow, I overcame a challenge. I killed everything in that room. I stomped the shit. I turned them into a fucking big gory mound of paste. I ripped the items right out of their dead bodies, right? How fun is that? As opposed to, oh, I snuck through a bunch of bookcases while some invisible dude was trying to kill me. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the more visceral classic horror to modern horror, okay? Exactly. Like Silent Hill 2, like the original Resident Evils. I would play those 10 times out of 10 before I would go and play another fucking first-person survival horror game again. Seriously, you know? Now, I'm not saying they're bad. I mean, I just played Visage last year. I thought Visage was absolutely amazing. All right, but to me, when they say, oh, this game's kind of outdated in its gameplay mechanics, like, what are you talking about? Why are you saying that? Because you actually have to survive? Because it's not a modern game where by the second level, you have so much ammo oozing out of your pores and orifices, and the guns are so overpowered that basically you have absolutely no actual fear of anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, even Dead Space, to some extent was guilty of that, especially like Dead Space 3, right? Dead Space 1, more classic survival horror. Dead Space 2, a little bit of a hybrid, although I would say, when it came to like the Regenerator, that's where the horror came, an enemy you can't kill. But Dead Space 3 was just like, dude, this is just like, it's a shooter, right? And I guess what you could say is a lot more modern horror games, let's take a look at Evil Within, they're kind of guilty of this, where maybe because the games became so run and gun and all about just shooting things, that the whole horror element was lost, right? Even Resident Evil's guilty of this, Resident Evil 5 and 6, where it turned more into a shooter than anything else, right? I think that's stupid. So I don't agree, oh, it's an older style game, and because of that, it's not modern, and it's not good. The only way that I will agree with their statement, all right, is the save system. The save system is flawed, and here's why. The game has a manual save. You can literally save at any time you want in the game, okay? But it doesn't actually save your game. And I don't understand why games do this, okay? So the game actually, in reality, has a...
Hang on. So Quiddipun says he said dude. Did he? Chris Dyson said, can I get a voice add-on to make him sound different when he's waffling about nothing? I don't know how I would do that. I know you can get fucking tools, whatever, you know, like you can change, you get a pitch. There's probably things I could add, I don't know. It might be too distracting. When you're talking about DS3, I'm just going to take your word for it. I don't want to fucking rewind Phil because he's born and shite at me. I'm going to take your word for it. I do trust you. So, he said dude, and that's our first bingo of the game. Hooray, we get to fucking break things up with saying down the bingo horns. Just a soundboard of Charlie Brown's teacher. Nah. I've got a soundboard, and it's this one here. For example, this button right now is very pertinent right now to Phil's rambling.
Say it with me, everybody! Nobody cares!
Checkpoint system. Every once in a while, you hit a key part of the story or a key location, and the game will autosave on that spot. If you happen to die, it will reload you at that spot, but certain things like key items and things remain. It's kind of weird. I'll give you an example. So, yesterday I was in an area where autosaved in a room that's considered a safe room. It has a vendor and all that stuff in it, okay? But I hadn't looted the room yet. There was another room next door I hadn't looted, and then the third room coming up was the room with the enemies in it, all right? So, it autosaves in the room. I loot everything. I go to the next room. I loot everything. I go to the room with the tough enemies. Oops, I died. So it auto-loads me back at the safe room, all right? But as I start to look around the room, I realize some of the items I picked up aren't here anymore. Huh? I don't get, like, why are they not here anymore, right? That's a little confusing. So then I go to the next room, but all the items are in that room. So then I go to fight, oops, I died again. I go back, now more items are missing. I'm like, wait, so this is weird. It is saving, but it's spawning me back in the freaking save room. Well, the safe room, but then the item placement is different. It's weird. It's actually quite odd. There was another situation where there was an optional grating you could remove and there were items in there. And every time that I died and came back, the items were completely different. So you can't really plan on what items you're going to get for the next room because it seems like some of them are randomized, okay? So I would say the save system is annoying. Why have something that says manually save if it literally doesn't manually save? It should save right where you're saving. If there's a tough room in the next room, you know there's enemies that are going to kill you coming out. You should be able to save outside the door, go in the room. If you die, you start from outside the door again. Now, teleport you 4 rooms back to what's considered a safe room. Now you have to painstakingly re-loot every area between you and the room where the enemies are. That's dumb. And I think that could be improved. I think that's a shortcoming of the game. Outside of that, I haven't seen another single problem. First of all, performance-wise, runs nice on the Xbox Series X. Does it have some frame stuttering? Yes, it does. Is it consistently bad? No, it's not. It's pretty good throughout. It's been pretty steady. In the key parts where I need it to run well, it's running well. In the combat...
Did this little bitch just seriously whine and bitch and complain about saves coming and not being able to fucking do it so easily? Yeah, he wants save states in modern games, yeah. Pretty much profit, yeah. This is such... What a pathetically lazy fucking bitch. Phil, stop being a little bitch. Yeah, bitch.
That seems good. So I really don't have any complaints there about performance. I know some people were complaining, primarily PC players, that the game frame stutters a ton and crashes. I've seen 0 crashes, and I do see some stuttering, but not a ton, and it doesn't really hinder the gameplay. So I'm happy with the graphical performance, and by the way, the lighting, amazing. Some of the best lighting I've seen in any kind of a game, horror game in particular. Like the lighting of the freaking emergency lights going off in the prison, the water's reflecting light on the walls and stuff. It looks really neat. I'm like, wow, this is pretty well done. It looks like a movie set almost. I really like that. So, graphics, no problem. Gameplay elements, I mean, a lot of people said, oh, they don't like the repetitiveness of the gameplay, and you don't like the repetitiveness of the gameplay. Have you fucking played a survival horror game before? Ever in history have you played one? They are all repetitive. Name one survival horror game you've ever played that's not repetitive. Like, that's like saying, man, you know, I wish this fighting game were better, but I just gotta keep using the same combos over and over. It's so repetitive. It's like, what are you, stupid? Yeah, you fucking dunce. That's what the game is. Why play a genre of game that it relies on repetition to survive if you don't like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me scratch my head what the idiots say. What the fuck are you talking about, right? Now, the other thing is, you know, someone just said, what about Resident Evil 7 and 8? What about it? What about it? Are you in different locations? The further in you get into Callisto Protocol, the locations are different. The enemies are different. The challenges are different. Right now, you can fight regular enemies, you can fight the mutators, you can fight the fast-moving ones that crawl on the ceiling and jump out of the floor. There's different enemies right now. There's the little leech things that jump and grab you. There's the tentacles that come out and get you. There's a good variety of enemies, right? So, I don't even know what you're talking about. I really don't understand that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's good variety. The environments are changing. Now we've arrived at the dome. Now we're in a botanical garden as opposed to a sewer or a prison. We have to think about it. We went from a prison to a bunch of underground corridors to, like, sewers, and now we're in a dome, and I'm sure there's going to be more locations, too. How are you going to tell me that's not variety? Oh, well, it's all in space. Well, you're a fucking moron. Sorry that half of it's not on Earth, half of it's not at a fucking circus, and then maybe, you know, we'll go to your hometown and we'll go at your local...
Wow, okay, this is hateful slurs, definitely now. This is just so hateful. That is another bingo. What a spiteful, hateful, toxic little bitch. This motherfucker is just being such a fucking toxic little dick towards his own fucking audience and fans. People have a right to a fucking opinion. People have a fucking right to not fucking like the things you fucking like, Phil. Jesus Christ, man. I think Phil's just fucking angry and bitter because the game is not fucking performing well for him financially as he fucking hoped. He was hoping these fucking, like, the full day of playing the fucking game on both streams would have fucking got him like fucking $300, $400 easily. Instead, Phil bought... What did Phil actually get? 2 seconds. Phil got $223 in tips from the day, which is still a decent day, but it probably wasn't as much as he was hoping for. He was probably hoping for fucking double fucking vests. It's a brand new hot release game. It's a fucking last AAA game in a fucking year and all that shit. I would find it very amusing if Phil struggled to reach a hat goal from now on for this fucking game. It fucking just fucking tanked for him. Agent Proper says, is it just the acid I took, or is that a mouth on Phil's forehead? Jesus Christ. I mean the wrinkly forehead lines, is that a mouth on Phil's forehead? I would say his brain's trying to escape, but there's nothing in there. What's worse than a Phil with one mouth? A Phil with 2 mouths. Double the fucking toxicity.
Starbucks and make you caramel macchiato while you wait. No, what do you think it's going to be? It's fucking survival horror. These people are complaining about nothing. Really. The one thing that I can see people complaining about, they don't like the melee system. Fine, you don't like the melee system. Admittedly, you're forced to use the melee system for about 2 hours. Then you start getting guns and you get the grip, and now you have options. You don't have to keep using the melee system after the first 2 hours. It's optional to even use it. You could be shooting, you could be grabbing and throwing, you know, you could highlight, you could upgrade just those things to make them better, and now that your problems are gone. So here's what it is, all right? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. Here's what happened. They sent out review codes for Callisto Protocol, right? And all of a sudden, the reviewers had to probably beat the game in 48 hours. They were told by their publisher, or whoever it is, by their boss, here's your code, beat it in 2 days. Come back to me with a thorough review. Oh, okay, now I gotta rush. So let's try to rush the game, all right? Oh my god, there's a room with enemies that I can't see and they keep killing me. And this melee system, bob left, bob right, bob right, bob right, shoot, They don't like it because it's not something that can easily be cheesed. It's not something that you can bully your way through. It's not a game where your guns are overpowered, you're stockpiling ammo, you're coming like Rambo, you're shooting everything in the corridor, blowing up, you can't do that. You gotta use your brain, right? You gotta fucking be doing something in a way where, it takes intelligence. And yes, there's a feeling of like everyone's almost like a puzzle, but once you solve it, it's fun. They don't like that. They want something that can easily, I cracked the code, right? I cracked the fucking code to this game, and now I know exactly what to do to turbo through it, and it's, wow, now I can review it in 48 hours, right? So they're all pissy about that. It's outdated. It's outdated. Jesus Christ. And really, I can't imagine someone playing this game rage quitting it. The only thing I can say is, if you're playing it on a harder difficulty, and you didn't learn the nuances of the combat engine first, and now you're actually trying to like learn how to play it on a harder difficulty, and the enemies are like 1 to 2 hit killing you, yeah, I can see why you'd be pissy about it. But why did you play it on a harder difficulty before you learned it? It's a new IP. It's not Dead Space 4. That's another thing.
Some people like the fucking challenge, Phil. Some people, it's all about fucking trying to overcome a hard challenge. For them, it's a fucking way to get enjoyment from the fucking game. They don't fucking want it to be a fucking blissful, easy experience where they fucking have a comfortable, leisurely fucking stroll through the fucking game. Jesus Christ, why does it... Just because you've got a fucking way of doing things, Phil, doesn't mean everyone fucking has. Not everyone's going to fucking do the same sort of fucking way of doing things as you do. Everyone's got their own fucking style, everyone's got their own fucking preferences. Accept it. It's not... Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
I think a lot of people thought Callisto Protocol was Dead Space 4. It's not Dead Space 4. It's a new IP. It plays differently. You're going to have to learn things from the ground up. The moment you start playing a brand new game franchise, you put it on the harder difficulty only if you're a fucking idiot. You have to learn the game first, then you challenge yourself to the harder difficulty. Stop it with the bullshit.
Wow, so fucking everyone that put it on hard mode straight away, you're all fucking idiots according to Phil Burnell. That's fucking not toxic whatsoever ever.
Like, why? Why would you do, I mean, seriously. Oh, well, I did it for my viewers because I'm trying to put a more entertaining experience out. Yeah, you want to know what was entertaining? When you died and you rage quit the game and deleted it from your console. That was really entertaining for them because they got you. Because you're stupid. You're gullible. You fell for the trap. You fell.
Is he like having a go at Maximilian dude here? Because that is specifically what he did, wasn't it? Yeah, wasn't that exactly what Maximilian did here? Did he played the game in hard mode straight off the fucking bat? He actually rage quit it because it got too fucking annoying for him. So Phil, it feels like Phil's literally fucking having a go at him randomly, just for no direct reason here. I'm not saying he's the only one that fucking rage quit, right? But that's the one that he fucking called out the other day for doing exactly this, and now he's fucking referring to him as an idiot. The Grimer says Maximilian quit because he was bored though. I mean, I've not seen it myself, but if he died and then quits, I can see why you think of it as a rage quit.
Fell for them, trolling you and saying it would only be good if it was harder. You made it harder, you pissed yourself off, and now you look like a clown on the internet. What did you think was going to happen, right? Like, just play the fucking game and enjoy it. So many of these content creators are like beholden to their audience now. Again, it's all about the length of the edict, right? Oh, I play on hard.
Well, you were fucking bragging about how fucking easy the first boss in God of War was for you, and you're fucking saying all these other people, all these other content creators, they died to it. They fucking died to this first boss so many fucking times. They had to edit out all the times they fucking died. I beat it in my first fucking go. Where's your fucking little tiny edict there, Phil? You're jerking it as much as you fucking could, but nobody fucking noticed because you can't barely see the fucking thing. Fucking Phil with his little micro penis. Phil doesn't know how to be entertaining to his fan base. Phil wants to always play games on baby mode, says Naruto Ronin. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty fucking much. I don't fucking understand this fucking random fucking, oh, these fucking content creators with a massive edicts. No, Phil, people play games how they fucking want. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. I swear Phil is intentionally toxic as fuck sometimes in order to fucking bait drama and bait people talking about him. I think he wants fucking Moy to fucking pay attention to him again and fucking point out he's a wee toxic bitch. This is the reason for this fucking shit. This is the whole reason for this fucking shit happening. Phil is intentionally trying to fucking bait someone big notes on him, talking about him, so he stays somewhat fucking relevant on the fucking internet. This has been the fucking case of the matter for the last several fucking years with Phil Burnell. He always has to try and fucking be a talking point in some fucking capacity. So I'm just ignore it. It's not worth fucking paying attention to it. Obvious bait is obvious.
Whenever I play a new game, I play on the harder difficulty to prove that I'm a massive challenging gamer and I'm rewarded with a big throbbing erection. Who fucking cares? No one cares. It's like, wow. You know what the best quote about this is? The fucking angry video game nerd. 15 goddamn years ago. Had a quote in one of his reviews, and I still remember it to this day. He's playing a game, an NES game, right? And it's hard as shit, and he's raging about it. And all of a sudden, he stops the review, all right? He's playing the game like this. He's so angry and upset. Ah, it's so hard. And he goes, oh. And he goes like this, you know what? Let's be real here. Does it matter if I beat this game? Is there a pot of gold at the end of the fucking rainbow if I beat it? No. What's the point of me actually going on and play this game and beat it? He's like, oh boy, I beat the Nintendo. It really matters in life, doesn't it? The only reason anyone would continue to play a game like this is because they're a fucking nerd. And then
seriously? Did he take that fucking seriously? Like, the whole point, if you put time into something, if you fucking invest your time into a fucking game, a challenging game, and you've invested, the longer you go on, the longer you've played that fucking game, and the more amount of time you fucking invested in that fucking game, the more worthwhile it'll be when you fucking get to the end of it and complete the goddamn thing. Like, Phil doesn't understand what it means to be a gamer, I think. I think he's completely lost his fucking understanding of what it means to be a fucking gamer. A true fucking gamer actually puts fucking time and cares what the fucking game they're playing. Phil plays games to fucking rush through them and get through them as fast as fucking possible and then move on to the fucking next game. Phil doesn't enjoy games anymore. Phil doesn't appreciate games anymore. He'll occasionally come back to them and several years down the fucking line and might fucking replay them. But Phil is not going to be a fucking passionate gamer. Most gamers in this fucking planet, they'll get a fucking game, they'll beat the fucking game, And they may usually replay the fucking game once they're finished with it. They won't fucking just move on to the next fucking game and say, guys, that was a great fucking experience, thanks for all the fucking tips, let's play the next fucking game. No, most gamers will play that game several fucking times because they enjoy the fucking game. Phil is not in this fucking category because he's a fucking content creator and he fucking just forgets about the fucking game as soon as the end credits roll. Obviously, he might enjoy some fucking games. Yes, of course, he might enjoy some fucking games and the fucking experience he had with them, but he won't fucking actually get to embrace them and go back to the fucking game straight away and enjoy it some more. He immediately has to fucking get out of the fucking, move on to the next fucking game. So yeah, Phil, the only game Phil plays for fun these days, obviously, is WWE Champions. It's the only fucking game he's not going to quit. He plays that for genuine fucking fun, and that's kind of sad because that's a lot of fucking emotional and financial investment he has put into a mobile game. Phil thinks this is like Phil's fucking life motto. If this game's too hard, I'm not fucking playing it anymore. Fuck this, it's no fucking worthwhile. Just because I spent some fucking time in the fucking game. Nah, I'm not agreeing with that whatsoever. Nah, I don't like that. The more time you put into something, the better the fucking feeling is when you fucking achieve a goal you have trying to complete that said thing. It doesn't have to fucking relate to games. This is not just a gaming thing. This can apply to any sort of fucking thing in life. It can be like, you could apply the same kind of logic. It doesn't have to be fucking video games. It can be applied to anything. There's, I wanted to lose weight, so I wanted to lose this amount of weight by this fucking date. That's a fucking thing you can try and strive for and achieve or whatever. It's the same kind of thing where it's like I'm trying to learn this kind of thing by said date for this course. Or things it can apply to anything. The more time you put into something, the better the feeling is when you fucking achieve what you fucking want and set out to achieve. And you get a fucking rewarding feeling of achieving what you set out to get. Tommy says, I don't think it's about fun, it's the rush you get when you pull a rare card in those games. It felt, Phil's already Champions habits, yeah. And Phil gets a rare card, I got the 6-star Hulk Hogan fucking bronze Christmas edition, wow. Jesus Christ, yeah. I know. He's not a real gamer, Phil. He blitzes through games. Okay, he tries to put his side content in the games as well. He'll take his sweet time going through games these days, yes. But as soon as he gets to the end of a fucking game, he'll not see that game again for a long fucking time. That is not what most gamers fucking do. Big guy saying, does Phil think Maxwell played on hard because his audience asked for it? I think so. I think it's what his audience... I think Phil thinks that's what his audience demanded of him.
He picks up his controller and he continues to play. You understand? These people are fooling themselves today into thinking this artificial difficulty they're creating for themselves by playing on hard or even a higher level of difficulty as their first run somehow has meaning. It doesn't. You're playing a single fucking player game. No one gives two fucks. There is no internet, ranking system hall of fame that so-and-so streamer and content creator played on hard and beat it on hard on the first time and now you'll be known in the annals of history as the greatest gamer ever. You're a moron. You're an actual moron. You fooled yourself into thinking playing this game on hard somehow meant something and was going to be meaningful to anyone. It's not.
First of all, meaningful. Second of all, he is clearly fucking salty and bitter about the fact that people have been giving him stick for not playing it in hard mode. Because obviously some of his audience was like, play it in hard mode, play it in hard mode, play it in hard mode. Phil is clearly finding the game not too fucking challenging on normal mode. He'll die a few times, but it seems like by the third or fourth time he dies, whatever, he gets it or something, he gets fucking through it. In fact, he's mad at it. Yeah, Phil's not mad at the fact that people are saying play on hard mode. He's annoyed that people are claiming he's playing on easy mode. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, actually. Now, I don't know what mode Phil's playing it on. It could very well be normal mode, but the fact of the matter is, people usually do accuse Phil of playing on easy mode. Which I think is fucking hilarious, personally. It's an easy way to rile him up, it's an easy way to piss him off. It doesn't cost a fucking thing to fucking say it to him, and it gets him so fucking pissy. I am all for that sort of bait. And it fucking makes him look like a complete fucking hypocrite because he goes from fucking, all these other content creators with their big penises playing it in fucking hard mode, and then as soon as someone calls him out for saying, oh, you played it in easy mode, no, I fucking didn't, I played it in normal mode, don't you fucking dare say I played on easy mode, I would never fucking, he would go so fucking mental, that's what I'm saying, and it just makes him look like a complete fucking stupid hypocrite.
It's stupid. It's dumb. You're wasting everyone's time. Just play the fucking game at the intended difficulty it was designed for. If you play it and you like it, and now you say, you know what? I liked it so much. I want to do a second run. And that second run is hard difficulty. And now I enjoy the game even more because it was more challenged and it was more to overcome. That makes sense to me. But if you're a content creator or a streamer, and for some reason you feel this overwhelming need, this force, this pull to play games on the harder difficulty your first run, and then you're playing a game like Callisto Protocol and it hands you your own ass in a paper bag, and you rage quit on your stream like a little sissy, it's your own fucking fault. You deserve it, because you're an idiot. Stop giving in to the demands of your viewers who are only there to see you suffer. They don't like you. They want to see you cry. They want to see you bitch. They want to see you beg. They want to see you rage quit and delete the game off your hard drive. That's why they do it. That's why they're asking for you to play on hard. Take it from someone who's put up with this shit for so many years. I'm not dumb. I know exactly what's going on with these fucking people on the internet. They like to see us suffer. They want to see us squirm. They laugh at you. And guess what? They're not going to support you because you did that. They don't give two shits. They're just there to laugh at your misery. So instead of that, just enjoy the fucking game. Play it for what it's supposed to be at face fucking value. And then if you like it so much, go back and redo it on the second difficulty. But what gets me is there's content creators out there. They literally started playing Callisto Protocol on hard and rage quit. Oh, this game sucks. Rage quit. It doesn't suck. You suck. You're an idiot. You didn't learn the system. And now you're pissy about it because the game destroyed you. You're a fucking moron. And now you misrepresent a new release and make it look bad when you're the one who's bad. That pisses me off. That genuinely pisses me off. You know? And now there's people all over the internet. Oh, it's a 5 out of 10. Okay, tell me why it's a 5 out of 10. They won't even mention the saving, which is the problem that I'm having. The checkpoint system. Oh, I don't like the melee combat system. We don't like it. Doesn't mean it's bad. It just means you don't like it. You didn't want to.
Phil is saying that he can't save scum his way in a fucking game through every single fucking room, and he thinks it's a problem. It's a problem you think you fucking need that.
Learn it. You wanted a game that's run and done, like all the other survival horror games. You don't like the fact you have to learn something new and use some intelligence in the fucking game to survive.
Okay, hang on a fuck on. You're fucking claiming you got fucking... No, I'm not going to let that one fucking slide. I'm not going to let that one slide. Now, how do I find this? There's a quote from a long time ago. Yeah, here we go. This video right here. Let's just rewind, you know, like 20 seconds or so. This right here. Also, you probably will remember this thing from this. This is how you don't play, the evil AJ made. Now, this is the raw footage.
Got him. Shoot the fucker. Yeah, shoot his face. Now we're talking. Now this game just became my kind of game. Let's do this.
An on-the-rails shooter with unlimited ammo. Now this game became my kind of game. Phil Burnell. Just saying that, this is Phil's kind of game back in the fucking day. Unlimited ammo, on the rails, just fucking like you don't have to fucking just spin and keep firing the gun. So as soon as Phil said that shit, I was okay, that reminds me of this fucking thing right here. Infinite fucking ammo for him. This fucking pause, goddammit.
It's not scary. Well, no. What do you consider scary? Everyone thinks something different is scary. Personally, I find a room where I don't know what's coming up scary. It's ominous. It's interesting. And it's challenging. And when I die, I reapply myself to try to beat that room again. And I try a few more times. And, when I finally overcome it, I'm like, yeah, I did it. That's cool. That's horror. And also the ominous tone of the plot. Not knowing really what's going on. That's a key part of survival horror. That's absolutely present in this game. So what exactly isn't scary? Right? Oh, well, my audience doesn't see me jump scaring and acting like a sissy girl every 5 seconds, so they'll throw me hundreds of dollars on the stream. So this game's not scary. It sucks. Okay, now we understand. See, now we can understand that.
Is Phil allowed to say that word? I'm not too clued up on what isn't allowed these days. Sissy. Is that alright for Phil to say? Just calling other people a sissy? I thought people frowned upon that kind of word these days. I don't know. It's just Phil being Phil, I guess. He's set in his ways. He's 40 years old. He doesn't know any better, I guess. I don't know.
Association, you're saying it's not scary because you can't make big bank on it. Okay, that makes more sense than saying the game in general is not scary. You see, you gotta really make the associations of what's really being said versus what they mean, because that's what it is. You gotta understand the associations to where they're coming from, right? You can't say that this game is not scary and say Dead Space was scary. They're the same. It's the same style of game, same kind of scary, same everything. No, here's the truth. We're all desensitized, okay? It's desensitized, all right? When you are playing Dead Space for the first time and you've never played a sci-fi survival horror game before, okay? You think it's scary as shit because you've never seen anything like it. Whenever when I played Dead Space 1, what was the title of my first video? Scary as hell. I never played a game like that before. I was pooping my pants, all right? But we played 3 Dead Space games. We played Alien Isolation. We've seen this before. So now, right, it's not going to be as scary. You're desensitized to that style of horror. It doesn't mean it's actually not scary. It means you've seen so much, right, that now you're not really scared anymore, and that's okay. I'm still finding it scary for other various reasons. The jump scares get me, and like I said, the ominous nature of each room scares me because it really is like you against the odds, and the odds are stacked way against you, and you can actually feel kind of badassish if you survive a really tough gauntlet of enemies. That's the appeal of the game. If that's not what you're looking for, fine, then skip Callisto Protocol. But don't say the game sucks. Don't give it a 5 out of 10 review. Don't piss and shit on it. Don't rage quit it like a baby. Fucking ridiculous. Like, stop shitting on games just because it's gonna get you clickbait. You know, or these reviewers who had to beat it in 48 hours and couldn't because the fucking game is hard and they couldn't take. I have to work? Oh, I can't just sit here and beat it in one sitting? It's a horror game. I thought you could beat all horror games in one sitting. Fuck you.
Shut
really?
the fuck
The thing is, there's so many games out there that are worthy of rage quitting. I mean it too. I'm playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The game starts me in a match. We're down by 40 kills in a team deathmatch. My game is laggy as shit. I can't even shoot anyone. I fill them with bullets, no hit detection. Quit the shit. That's worthy of quitting. Why? That's ruining my time. That's ruining your time. And that's just showing how bad the fucking servers are. Quit that shit and find a good match. That's worth rage quitting. You're rage quitting a single player game. Oh my God. Anyway. It is what it is. You know, I can't make people not be irresponsible. I just can't. I can't make journalists and I can't make content creators not be irresponsible. I can't. But all I can do is be honest with you guys. All right? Callisto Protocol is certainly not perfect, you know, but so far, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a really solid outing. It's a different take on survival horror because it has a new element with the melee and the fact that, again, it's not just about all shooting things. You have to use strategy to win. It's still got the air of mystery and fun that you want from a survival horror game. It's got good graphics, at least on Xbox Series X. Again, PC apparently is different. It runs like shit. But, you know, I do not appreciate when you have a mob mentality of people who just want to shit on something, but they can't really justify it. Because I can easily take every bullshit thing they're saying, it's not scary, it's too hard, and I can easily disprove it. Just that they're lazy. Lazy people who fucking, you know, don't actually want to give a fair shake to this game. They just want to have it be the last sensationalist story for the year that the game sucks when everyone thought it was going to be good. Bullshit. Okay? I had enough of their bullshit. So, yeah. And the thing is, you know, no one is required to play through a game either. And I should definitely back this up too. I should say that. No, just because you maybe someone's audience urges them to play a game, or you know what I mean? You're not required to like it. You're not. But you got to justify it. You have to justify what you say. And a lot of the negative things I'm seeing getting thrown around the internet are just bullshit. It's a mob mentality against the game that's just not fair. You can easily be talked away by anyone who's actually playing the fucking game to any intelligent capacity. But that's the problem. These people aren't playing it to intelligent capacity. They were trying to have an agenda. They were rushing through it to try to get a review out. They were just trying to get a cheap scare for their audience. They're not getting that. So all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, now I'm not getting the required reaction, or I'm not getting what I was trying to get out of this game and milking it. So time to turn this into the opposite. Oh, let's just make fun of it, right? It's bullshit. I hate it. So personally, 5 hours in, I like Callisto Protocol. It's not flawless, but it's entertaining, it's fun, yes, it's scary, and I actually, like I said, if I wasn't a variety streamer, I would love to play that game again today. But I know that if I played a third stream in a row, people would be going crazy, heads would roll. Like, what are you doing? You know, you're doing the same thing too much, we want variety, and yada yada. I get that. So today, you know, we're going to the other games, we're alternating, and I get back to it tomorrow. I can't wait to play it again, all right? And I'm excited for more. I hope you guys will join me for the journey. For those who have already watched my first 5 parts, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I hope you'll continue to watch and support in any way. You know, and here's the other thing too, all right? I want you to understand, yes, I'm raging and ranting about this today because it means something to me. It pisses me off when I play a game, all right, that I'm enjoying myself, and then I see so many people, oh, I can't believe you're enjoying it because everyone else hates it. What? Everyone else? And then you look into it. No, everyone else doesn't hate it, but a few journalists do and a group of prominent content creators do, so now universally everyone must hate it. That's bullshit, man. Sorry, I'm not playing your fucking game. This game is not as bad as people are saying it is. This is another, honestly, it's another Gotham Knights situation. Gotham Knights is not a flawless game. It has a lot of flaws, a lot of shortcomings. I feel like the ending is botched. But it's a pretty solid outing for people who are fans of DC Comics and Batman. Most reviewers said it was a piece of dog shit. They lied. They didn't actually play the game. They idiotically rushed through it.
It's subjective fucking opinion, you dick.
And didn't play it in a way that made logical sense, so they ended up doing a bunch of grindy shit back to back and hated it. Well, don't do that, you fucking moron. The game has a million missions to do. Do them in variety order so the game's entertaining. Why are you doing all the side shit first? Like, it is, again, you need to have a brain to be able to put in a responsible place, and these people just fucking, it pisses me off. Again, I don't think Gotham Knights is a Game of the Year contender, but it ain't a fucking 4 or 5 out of 10 either, like these people reviewed it. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna calm down now. Hold on. Ready? Ready? Joy to the world.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
Shut your hole.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes
Shut
Santa
up,
Claus. Here comes
bitch!
Santa Claus. Like, it's the holidays, everyone. I don't want to be upset. I want to have fun with games with you guys. I just want to calm down. We're going to have a good time today on stream. I got it out of my system. I really was upset because I went into this game yesterday with everyone telling me, oh, Phil, it's such a shame this game sucks. And I was like, what? Like, I don't know if I'm going to believe that everyone's going to say this game sucks right off the bat. And so many people, even viewers of mine, were saying, oh, didn't you hear this guy says it sucks, that guy says it sucks, it sucks, it sucks, it sucks. I play it, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? You know? So, you know, it drives me nuts.
I'd like to remind everyone that he fucking didn't play the new Saints Row game because he trusted reviewers. He decided, you know what, I'm going to trust what everyone's saying about the new Saints Row game, and I'm going to skip that because I trust what they're fucking saying, I guess. Sometimes he'll believe the reviewers and sometimes he won't bother his fucking arse to believe. It's weird. It's weird. It's so fucking weird. He is so fucking, hypocritical. He's so contradictory all the goddamn fucking time. Every single fucking day, he contradicts himself. He is such a weird little bitch.
That people have to go through, they have to go with the mob mentality of what everyone's saying, and then all of a sudden, here's the thing, here's the dangers of that, okay? Because I've been there. When you just believe what the mob says, you tend to look at things from a qualified perspective, and basically you come in with preconceived notions. So for example, if absolutely no one had heard negative things about Callisto Protocol and played it at face value yesterday, I guarantee you that the opinions on the internet would have been very different. But because you had a select few of reviewers and content creators who came out and shat on it that one night, all of a sudden, Friday morning, the consensus is, wow, what a disappointment. That's not good. Now you have people who are very well planning on playing it and going in and judging it fairly. They already know in their heads, this game sucks. So they play it with the mentality, this game sucks. And now you're looking for things to suck. Or you're judging things that maybe are a slight shortcoming or a little different from what you expected. Oh, that sucks. Well, it's not Dead Space, man. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be its own franchise. That's what they were going for. So why are you holding it to a judgment that it must be like what Dead Space was? And that, there's different kinds of scary. There's, everything's different for everyone. And it drives me bonkers. So don't judge games based on what everyone else in a mob mentality is saying. It's ludicrous, okay? It is. It's absolutely fucking ludicrous that people judge it like that, all right? I like it so far. I'm actually very much looking forward to more. You know what the funniest part of all this could be? Tomorrow I could play it and my opinion could change. Tomorrow, I'm 5 hours in, Tomorrow I could play it and, oh shit, maybe it won't be as good.
It'd be hilarious if I can get to the game tomorrow. Like, oh, fuck. They were right all along. I look like an asshole. Oh well.
For the first 5 hours, man, I don't see any of the shit people are complaining about. I just don't. It doesn't exist. It's fucking people who are nitpicking or going with the bandwagon. And that does piss me off. Because the game deserves to have some credibility and not be shat on by a bunch of bandwagons. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That was my Callisto Protocol story. Now, 2 quick news stories. The first is, they're making a movie based on Sifu. Yes, that Kung Fu game that I played earlier this year, that everyone thought was pretty much like, wow, this is unique and fun. Guess who's making it? The writer of John Wick is going to write the plot of the Sifu movie and be involved in its development. That sounds pretty fucking cool. Sounds like it would be an amazing movie, right? I mean, the premise of the game is unique, and now turn that into a movie. Someone who's living through a lifetime of fighting kung fu and getting revenge on this group who killed their parents or whatever, and they're aging over time. They die, but they age a little bit. They come back to fight more. Pretty interesting, right?
I think that has got potential to be quite, good to watch. Yeah, Sifu had a very good. Sifu's a very different game. Also, not just in terms of you play the game. It's a game that has a very unique style of fighting to it. I've never played it myself, but I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching very competent speedruns of it. Where the people are just so fucking good at fucking the beginning. It's one of those things where they just know what they're fucking doing. They're fucking flawless. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And the actual concept of the story as well is pretty good. Also, it's a wee bit kind of oh, my father got killed by this fucker, I need to get revenge. It's a wee bit fucking tried and tested, but it's still an interesting concept I was saying, where if you die, you age. And if you get defeated, you fucking age or whatever, but you're stronger as well, but your health goes down. It's a very interesting concept in that regard.
I think it'd be a pretty unique movie premise. I don't know how exactly it would work, but, that could be neat. So I guess we'll find out. They already made it. It's called Rumble in the Bronx. I wasn't aware that in Rumble in the Bronx, Jackie Chan dies multiple times and gets older every time. I missed that part. Keanu Reeves will be in it? Actually, that would be pretty neat, wouldn't it? That would actually be pretty cool if Keanu Reeves had, he was a fighter, like one of the fighters in it, one of the mini-bosses or something. He's like a cameo appearance. That'd be pretty badass. The only other story going on right now, and the reason I haven't talked about this story in the last few days, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't care about competitive Smash Brothers, right? I just don't. I never covered it. I don't care about it.
Oh, this is about, a Panda. Not that Panda. Not Liana. Not that. No, this is about, the kind of company that's I've not actually kept too many fucking tabs on this, but yeah, apparently, well, I'll let Phil fucking explain it. Apparently, Panda are bad people and they're just evil. I generally have no fucking clue. I've not really followed the story myself. All I know is that people think they're arseholes, and I'm inclined to believe people because I believe what I read on the internet.
But there's this big controversy going on in the competitive Smash community where Nintendo is so ridiculously protective of their intellectual property that they basically over the years started shutting down tournaments for Smash Brothers. They would say, oh, you don't have the rights to use our games and our property, so here's a cease and desist. You can't do this anymore, okay? So apparently what happened the last few years is that there was one company called Panda.
Siege mode! Phil just folded his arms. This is siege mode, guys. This is what it is. You just see him fucking hang out. Well, this is siege mode, right? You can literally watch him do it here.
Apparently what happened the last few years is that...
There it is. Locked into siege mode where he folds his arms and talks to the fucking audience. We get to tick it off the fucking bingo card. There we fucking go. And that's another bingo.
There was one company called Panda Gaming or something like that, that teamed up with Nintendo and apparently got the license to run tournaments in the Smash community.
No, did anyone else see his eye there? Man, I hate to fucking point out Phil's buggy eye again.
Gaming or something like that, that teamed up with Nintendo and apparently got the
it just stuck out to me. This stuck out to me so much where, once again, the eye on this side looks like it's trying to fucking escape, and this one's like, nah, it's doing its own thing. It's just, I know. Why is this guy a derpy-eyed bastard, man? Jesus, his little bug eye freaking out.
license to run tournaments in the Smash community. So then they got the license and they were running around the community basically being like, haha, see, we're the ones who are sponsored by Nintendo. None of you are. Therefore, we're the only authority and we're going to make sure that all of you get shut down and all of you can't run tournaments anymore. Oh, by the way, you could still do it, but you have to be under our umbrella. So sign up with us. Let us get the exclusive rights to your streaming of your events and then you can still make the tournaments. Outside of that, though, we're going to make sure everyone else gets shut down. So apparently, this was happening and people started reporting the company to Nintendo. And saying, are you aware that like the CEO of this Panda Gaming is going around almost like a mob boss, saying to other tournaments that they're all going to get shut down and that, you know, they're the only official group? Like, what do you think about this? And Nintendo kept responding to everyone basically saying, we don't condone what this guy's saying. We're going to have a conversation with him. In the meantime, you know, you also, we don't have an exclusivity agreement with Panda Gaming or whatever. Or I think it's Panda Global. That's the actual name of the company, Panda Global, now that I'm thinking about it, okay? We don't have an exclusivity agreement with Panda Global. Other tournament directors have the right to apply for a license with us as well. And if you get it, you could also be officially approved by Nintendo to hold tournaments. So apparently a lot of others applied. No one's getting approved. They're all getting beat around the bush. They're getting excuses why they can't get approved. But only Panda Global keeps getting the license. So apparently previous years, all right, even though a lot of these tournaments weren't able to get the official Nintendo license to run a tournament, no one shut them down. They were able to keep running their tournaments. So there was entire leagues. Like there was a Smash Tournament League and stuff going on that were unapproved by Nintendo. Well, they've all been let around for like a year to 2 years. You know, contacting Nintendo, will we get a license? Will we get a license? And Nintendo keeps assuring them, oh, the process takes a long time. We're backed up. Don't worry, all you guys will get licenses. And now all of a sudden, I guess it was just this past week, Nintendo reached out to everyone saying, no one else is getting a license. You're done. Don't even try to run a tournament. You're going to get with a cease and desist. What? So now the only company on this planet that can run a Smash tournament is Panda Global. That's it. Even Evo can't do it. You know, any other indie group could get hit with a legal cease and desist and have to shut down because only Panda Global has the rights. Now, the problem with this is people are pissed as fuck because they like having variety in the tournaments that they go to. They don't want it all being held by one group only. They feel like that would be unfair. In addition to that, these other groups, like I said, there was a whole, like a circuit, a Smash Brothers League or whatever. We're promised by Nintendo, don't worry, you can apply. We don't have an exclusivity agreement with Panda Global. You should be able to get your license. And now it was all a lie because after like a year of everyone trying to get it, Nintendo declined everyone's license and says everyone cease and desist or we're going to shut you down legally. So what happened? Everyone destroyed Panda Global. Everyone's like, boycott. Don't go to the tournaments. Fucking withdraw. Anything. You know, there's actually streamers and gamers and content creators that I guess work for Panda Global. Boycott them. Destroy. You know what I mean? It's like the biggest controversial shit ever. And it's like, Jesus Christ, who knew that the Smash Brothers competitive community was so serious? You know, we don't live in that that universe. You know what I mean? Most of us, we're outsiders to it. You know, we hear things about it every once in a while. We'll watch a major tournament like Evo and they'll have Smash at it. Like, oh, that's cool. That's fun and competitive. But we don't hear the ins and outs of like a competitive community like this. And then to hear this going down, it's like, what the frick is going on? How is it all this drama, all this shit? Like, how could this happen? How unprofessional. I hate to say it. It boils down to Nintendo. And it boils
Hooray! Hate to say it, hate to say has been said. We're doing quite well, the bingo. The bottom 3 fucking rows are all fucking done. We are 5 away from a full house. I am not overly optimistic of Phil saying voted, not going to lie. Everything else I can see happening, kind of, but voted is probably the one that's going to be hardest to have happen.
down to Nintendo's attitude towards the gamer community. Nintendo has been so unprofessional over the years. I mean, it wasn't until just a couple years ago, right, that Nintendo finally allowed people to monetize Nintendo videos on YouTube. Up until then, they would auto-claim every fucking video of anything Nintendo ever and steal all your ad revenue. What? So let me get this straight. If I do a video top 10 favorite Nintendo games, they would claim it. Yeah, they would just claim it. Wait, what? But it's my opinion video. Too bad, claim it. Because Nintendo felt they owned everything. That was their mentality. You know, and it's sad because Nintendo should have the same kind of relationship as a lot of other game developers. They don't. Nintendo is still this very archaic company that is in this weird mindset that they're very Japanese centric. And what I mean by that is their focus is literally Japan.
Oh god, here it comes again. Phil being racist towards the Japanese. Brace yourselves.
Japan. That's what they mostly care about. Anything outside of Japan, oh, it's great if we sell outside of Japan, but that's not our focus. Our focus is always Japan, Japan, Japan. Everything comes second, right? And it's always, if you haven't noticed, and I talked about this over the last decade with Nintendo, their mentality is we're right, you're wrong. So the entire Wii U generation, when no one wanted the Wii U and all the games and they weren't selling anything, well, we're still right, you're wrong. So we're going to make these little figures, and you should buy these instead. And so people did, and Nintendo was like, see, we were right all along. We made tons of money on these figures. You see? So when they have such a rabid fan base of fanboys that buy everything and just give them a pass on everything, they get away with shit like this. How can they promise to an entire competitive community, we're going to license all of your tournaments, no problem, and then lie to them for over a year and then shut them all down? Like, that's fine though, right? We should forgive that. Like, no, obviously not. You should stand up and say, no, this is bullshit. But, and by the way, they're the only company that does that. Capcom doesn't shut stuff down. Fucking Bandai Namco doesn't shut down Tekken tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Arc Sys doesn't shut down Guilty Gear. No one does this but Nintendo. They're the only company that thinks that they're like better than everyone else, and they own everything, and they're just so much, you know what I mean? Like, they're so full of themselves that they act like this. And it drives me bonkers that people still give them the time of day.
Yeah, Phil, you should fucking make a stand, Phil. Don't ever play a fucking Nintendo game ever fucking again. That'll fucking show them, Phil. Yeah, make a stand, Phil. Don't ever fucking play a Nintendo game again. Don't fucking make their games or their consoles. Just boycott Nintendo, Phil. Do it. I fucking dare you, you fucking weak-willed bitch. You're all fucking talking, no fucking action because you're gonna fucking keep playing Nintendo games because at the end of the fucking day, this is your fucking job and you've got no fucking actual bottle to go through with your fucking words. You're not fucking going to adhere to your fucking words. You're going to fucking tell them it's fucking terrible to do these fucking things, but you're still going to fucking support them with the fucking money that was given to your fucking fans to fucking buy their fucking games, buy their fucking consoles, stream their fucking games on your fucking shitey channel. Tony says, isn't this the nerd charging people to name Pokemon for $25 on a Nintendo game? Precisely my fucking point. As if he's going to fucking boycott Nintendo. He's fucking telling everyone else. He's calling them Nintendo greedy. He's calling them evil. He's calling them so fucking narcissistic because they're always fucking right and you're always fucking wrong. In the fucking meantime, he's fucking begging his fucking fans to fucking tip him $25 in between fucking streams so he can make sure they get a fucking Pokemon name for a fucking night stream. Absolute fucking cunt.
Alone are fanboys who buy every piece of crap they pump out. Nintendo's a great company that makes great games, but man, they have a lot of managerial and leadership missteps, and no one takes them to task for these, and it drives me crazy. They should absolutely be held accountable for lying to an entire competitive community. And yeah, if people are so upset about Panda Global being the only company being able to run Smash tournaments, do exactly as you say. Boycott the fuck out of them. Seriously, boycott the fuck out of them. And then guess what? They go away, and now Nintendo has to start over. Oops, we fucked up, right? Anyway, I haven't really talked about it because, like you said, I'm not into competitive Smash. I felt I should just gloss over it today because this is what's happening in the Smash community. So as of now, that's the situation. No one knows if it's going to get better or worse, but it's pretty messed up. Let's do some shout-outs. On the YouTube side of things, King re-upped his membership for 12 months. Thank you so much, King. He says, we need 360 no-scopes, Phil. I'm pretty sure no one will ever tune into my streams to see a 360 no-scope. I'm just saying. Not about that. But thank you very much. On the tip side of stuff, we start off today with a dollar tip. I like your sleeves high up look like a feminine blouse. So he likes the high up sleeves of the shirt. I think, it's just how the shirt is. Some shirts are looser. This is not a loose shirt. This is a tighter fitting shirt. So the sleeves are tighter. So yes, I'm wearing a feminine blouse today. That's correct. Thank you very much for the first tip of the day. Anonymous tipper who likes feminine blouses. Okay. But that's not the top tip of the day. Does this shirt's text mean anything? Yes, it does. If you read it closely, it says, right here, it says, Dark Side Phil, and the bottom it says, loves wearing feminine blouses. Just by complete coincidence. I received a $6.66 tip. So let's play that animation for you. Uh-oh. It's lagging up. Oh, crap. Did it play? It did. It was just lagging. Okay. However, they did not put a name in the tip. It just says, hey, Phil. So thank you to whoever that was. I appreciate the tip, and that's actually the biggest tip of the day so far. But remember, I guess I should reiterate this. I did finally put it in the tip page, but I think a lot of people overlook it. If you're going to tip me, please do the following. Include the name you want to be called when I shout you out for your tip, and please include the text of what you want to say also in that tip message. So it has to have a name and your tip message all together. Don't worry. It's like a ridiculously long amount of lines. Like you do like a giant paragraph and it fits in there. If you don't include that footage, I don't know, I literally don't know what to call you. Or I don't know what to say. I just say thanks for the anonymous tip.
If you don't include that footage, information, you dumb bastard. If you don't include that footage, you're using your fucking person's name. This man is fucking broken mentally. He's just not used to fucking talking to people. Normally. He looks at his fucking chat and all he sees is fucking dollars. That's all he fucking sees. He doesn't see people. He doesn't see individuals. He does not see fucking humans. No, he sees fucking dollars. And some names are worth more dollars than other fucking names, which is why I give fucking more time to those fucking names. Well, there's Derek. Here's my fucking favourite fucking non-monetary supporting fan, Derek, who fucking stole his mummy's credit card from me one time so he could fucking donate to me. Hey Derek, how you doing, pal? How's your mother doing? I hope she's still doing well. Tell her I said fucking hi so she won't fucking call me again and complain about fucking having her card be used to fucking give me money. A lot of people are of the opinion that Phil has some sort of strange agreement in place with Derek's family. I don't understand where this idea came from, this theory came from, but some people are genuinely convinced that Phil puts up with Derek so fucking much, even though he doesn't really give him money anymore, as a way of like making up for the fact that Derek literally stole his mother's credit card to give him money. And so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, if he turns up on stream, I'll make sure he's okay, I'll look after him, don't worry about it, Mrs. Derek. I don't know. It's a strange sort of theory. But it's what I'm all about. I like it. I like that theory.
Right? So shout out to the anonymous tipper for the $6.56 tip. And hey to you. Or maybe I should say, happy holidays to you, right? Because it certainly is the season. So now we're up to $7 in tips today. Thank you. Let's see here. Got another tip. Gamer Guy took me $2.50. It says critics complain Callisto's too hard. So is Elden Ring, but that got 9s and 10s. Critics complain it's too linear. So is The Last of Us, but that got 9s and 10s. There's definitely a bias. Exactly right. You're exactly right. I don't know what it is that causes the bias and this bandwagon mentality, but man, does it happen. Man, is it happening more often too, The funny part, it's too linear. Did you play the fucking game? I guess not, because I really didn't talk about this earlier, but Callisto Protocol has entire missable side content areas. I told you I found an underground area that showed that there was a cult running the prison, and then I found a secret lab showing that they were already experimenting on these creatures before there was an outbreak at the prison. Those were secret areas. You didn't have to find those. If you didn't, you lost out on critical story. So how are you going to tell me the game is linear when I found entire side areas that were like 10-15 minutes of exploration and fun and items and story? False. The game is not too linear. You rushed through it because you're an idiot. You didn't take your time to play the game and explore. You rushed through to hit your protocols for when you had to get your fucking review in, right? And now you fucked the game over with a bad review. Okay. OP has re-upped their membership for 18 months and says, I really miss your full reviews for games. Yeah, The Hateful Truth was a great series. It certainly, was well regarded among people on the internet. But you guys know why I retired it. There's two main reasons. Reason number one was because you guys wanted me to become a full-time streamer. And to do that, it means that I'm going to be here, 5-6 days a week, full-time, streaming. Making those edited reviews takes a lot of time and effort away from streams. The last time that I was doing it regularly was 2016. You remember, I did no night streams. I was only doing daytime streams, and the night streams were all set up to do the edited content for KO Gaming. That's a lot of missed gameplay, and it would mean cutting down on playing a lot of games if I did that. Number two, YouTube destroyed the idea. When YouTube decided arbitrarily in 2017 to just start demonetizing things left and right, and when they demonetized KO Gaming after all the work and effort I put in 2016 into that channel, and they said, you can't make money on it anymore, for no good reason. And I even reached out to YouTube, and I said to them, why did you blacklist my channel? When I upload a video that's blank video with nothing, no text, nothing, you still demonetize it. Why did you do it? And they responded to me with a forum letter. Oh, it's because, here's the criteria of why that video might have violated. I said, it couldn't have violated anything. It's a black fucking screen with no audio and no text. How did it violate any of your fucking rules? And they wouldn't respond. So when that happened, that's it. Listen, I'm no longer going to be beholden to YouTube. I'm just not, I am a content creator for you, not for them, for you. If you like the content I do, you support it. That's how I make my living. I'm very happy to make a living doing that, okay? I'm not going to be beholden to these guys where I work my ass off to put out an edited video, days and days of effort, hours and hours of work. I put it out and they just say, oh, well, demonetized. I'm just not.
Fucking lol. SCP Sophie says, so why doesn't anyone just hack this bitch at the farm's a bunch of pussies? I mean, if you mean hack his YouTube channel, I'm pretty certain there's like two-factor authentication involved that Phil has enabled. He'll have made damn sure he has locked down his YouTube channel as best as fucking possible. I would be surprised if Phil hadn't done that. So, yeah. The big thing, I think a more interesting thing to try and get into would not be the fucking YouTube channel, but the PayPal. But I'm not encouraging that, but no, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to encourage this behaviour or anything whatsoever, but I feel like Phil's PayPal would be more of a sore loss for him compared to DSP Gaming as a YouTube channel. But I just think that's the more valuable thing for him. Phil has multiple channels. He can always come back in some capacity. He wouldn't have fucking 200,000 subscribers anymore, no. But he would definitely quickly get a few, if Phil made a brand new fucking channel, he would get, like a few thousand within a few days, easily. I'm not saying they're all fucking normal subscribers or whatever. Some of them detractors probably. But it's not as if I'm pretty certain Phil would grow enough quickly to be able to like monetize a channel again, for example, straight away. Put it that way. 1,000 is the threshold. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not actually, as I said, I've not been in Kiwi Farm for a while, so I'm not entirely sure if there's any sort of shenanigans afoot there, although they do discourage touching the poop and all, trying to plan ops on there. They're certainly not all about that, and they've been about that, to be honest. I mean, they like fucking making fun ideas at times, but they never usually try and plan these things.
Not going to do it. It's a waste of everyone's time, including mine and yours. So it's sad because I actually really liked making those highly edited hateful truth reviews. That was a step I felt in progression in the right direction for me as a creative person, and YouTube completely stifled it. It's their fault. So, okay. Any last minute stuff, guys? Any last minute questions? Or shall we jump into God of War here? Discord opening up monetization with a 90-10 split. Trying to try that out. Discord is a chat server. How the hell would that? What are you talking about? Oh, no, I agree with you. This is still better than Twitch. Twitch is just, I don't even want to talk about Twitch. Let's not even waste our time, okay? No, I've never seen Sonic X. Is that a TV show? But I never saw it. Oh, I should talk about this quickly. So the Game Awards are coming up this week, okay, guys? And I'm starting to get questions now. Am I actually going to cover it or not? So the Game Awards are this coming Tuesday no, wait. No, they're not. Hold on. They're not. They're this Friday? Friday the 8th? Right? Here's what I would say. I need to know exactly what time it is. I don't have the time yet. I'm only going to do it if I get an overabundance of people who want me to do it. I feel like it's not worth it. I'm just being honest. I feel like right now, I need to keep making as much progress with the games I'm playing as I can. That's what I'm known for on the internet. That's what you guys want. You want progress in games. You want fun, entertaining streams. I don't think that sitting here and live reacting to the Game Awards is going to be worth anything. All right? I tried it. I tried it with the Summer Game Fest. I tried it with the Microsoft and the Sony press conferences that they did. Why is the frame rate dipping? You see this again. The frame rate's dipping, right? It's not just me. The frame rate's chopping up again.
It's just
I don't know why it's doing that. I wasn't doing that before.
Your monitor isn't fucking showing it properly, but it's perfectly fucking fine at our end. From the audience's perspective, it's perfectly fucking fine. Your fucking new monitor, I guess, is not set up correctly. So it's still fucking, it looks a bit choppy on your monitor, even though for people watching the fucking stream, it is not
frame rate's
choppy.
dipping, right? It's not just me. The frame rate's chopping up again.
No, that's fine.
I don't know why it's doing that.
That's perfectly fucking fine, Phil. It must be your fucking monitor, you dumb bastard. Invite Prophet and, pay him some money to set up your monitor properly, because Prophet knows what he's doing with technology. There you go, Prophet. Just slide into Phil's fucking DMs, Prophet, and say, hey, pal, for a fee, I'll set up your shit properly so it won't fucking lag anymore on your end.
Doing that before. But anyway, basically I've done it, and it didn't really do well at all. People didn't really care. They didn't. They kind of were like, nah, it's not a big deal. So the attendance was low, support was low, engagement was low. Me doing the videos after the fact, which was basically me doing my usual summary, recap reactions, did far better than the live react. Okay? Plus, let's be honest about the Game Awards. There's a lot of waste of time shit on there. There just is. There's a lot of waste of time shit. It's fucking stupid skits and ad and shit. I don't want to watch all of that. So I feel like if I'm going to talk about the Game Awards, it's as simple. The next morning, all right, I'll probably do a game stream that night, and then the next morning we'll do on the Level 1 podcast. I'll read who won all the awards, and I'll read all the announcements that came out, and the whole deal the next day on the Level 1 podcast will be like a summary of what happened on the Game Award. I don't think it's worth it to lose out on a whole gameplay stream when we're trying to be caught up on these new releases. And a lot of it's going to be wasted time. It would have been different if earlier this year, when I did the Summer Game Fest and those press conferences, when I live reacted to those, if people had come out in droves and said, wow, this is amazing, and really were blown away and loved it. It was the complete opposite. People were like, nah, it's kind of crabby, yeah, don't really care. But they watched the other stuff, the recap reactions. They didn't really care about the live react, though. Okay, exactly right. Maguro-san says, no need to watch this for hours when it's just a few minutes of meaningful info. Exactly right. We can talk about and discuss in depth the meaningful info the following morning on the podcast. That's my opinion. Guitar Player 1939 just did a super chat. So I don't know if you mentioned this. Are you planning on playing Marvel's Midnight Suns? So it's a tough decision, Guitar Player, and here's why. Okay? I'm interested in playing it, but I'm also interested in playing the Mario plus Rabbids game that came out. And they're both similar style of game, right? They're both kind of the strategy-based, turn-based XCOM style RPG. I've heard both games got reviewed really well. People who play games, both games love them. So I guess the question is, how do you determine if I'm going to play one of them? Which do I play? Which do I play first? When? You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough call. We're definitely not going to be doing it until we get through High on Life, the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, the Street Fighter 6 beta, and basically get through the holidays. What I'm seeing is basically that when we're going to have time to start doing stuff like that, will probably be the end of December, early January. And then we'll sit down and say, okay, I finally wrapped up with most of my ongoing playthroughs, if not all. What's the next project we want to work on? And we're going to talk about it together. And we're going to be looking at games, probably like Bayonetta 3, Mario plus Rabbids, Midnight Suns, this Need for Speed game that just came out. We're going to be looking at like 5 to 6 games that I probably skip. And we're going to be trying to determine what's the game you guys want to see the most. The fact that we have 2 of the same genre of game with completely different IPs is going to make it even harder to decide, I think. I'm not against it. I've heard it's really good, in which I'm like, okay, but, you gotta see what happens, I guess, right? Okay. I received a very generous $25 tip from Lisa Lou, who says, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Lisa Lou. That is a very generous tip. Let's get that nice animation playing for you.
I assume this means that Lisa Lou will not be tipping any more teen now in Christmas if that is their Christmas contribution out of the way. Of course not, they'll be back. They'll be fucking back. It's only the 3rd of fucking December after all.
Thank you. And that's going to get us up to $34 in tips so far today. Thank you very much, Lisa Lou. So, you know what I'm trying to think? I think we've seen the $5, the $10, the $20, the $50. We haven't seen the $30, and we haven't seen the $100. Yeah, we have animations for $30 and $100. We haven't seen those yet. And on the Super Chat side of things, I don't think we saw the 20. No, we saw the 20 last night. There's 1 to 2 animations we haven't seen yet, but I can't remember what they are. I think there's a $50 Super Chat one that we haven't seen yet. And then we definitely didn't see the 100 yet this year for tip. And we didn't see, I don't think the $30 tip, I don't think we saw either. We might see or we might over the course of the month. We'll see. But thank you very much, Lisa Lou. Very generous tip. All right, guys, at this point, yes, now it is time to adjourn the Level 1 podcast. Thank you for watching. Lots of good topics talked about today. So what are we doing? We're doing God of War Ragnarok story progress. All right? So I certainly hope that you will stick around. If you don't, well, sorry that it's not your cup of tea. Tonight, I'm playing Modern Warfare 2. Tomorrow, Callisto Protocol returns. But I'm excited. Last time around, we did a ton of side content. Today, we're going to be focusing primarily on story elements and try to make progress in the game today and see where it goes. I don't know. We're looking for the Norns. I don't know where that's going to lead us, but I'm excited for that, and I hope that you guys will join me. All right? Thank you all for a great podcast, and I have a very, very important announcement for all of you. Okay, let's get set up. I am going to run and use the restroom very quickly. Just take a leak. It's not going to be a long break. I'm just going to run next door, take a little tinkle. A little holiday tinkle. A nice festive piss.
Shut
And then we're going to get started with the game. Like I said, we're right in a major story development, right? Let me get the controller. Okay. I'm going to go take a Holly Jolly Whiz. All right? Is that a real pick of me in a sweater or Photoshop? That's me. That's me in one of my Christmas sweaters. You didn't recognize it? I own that sweater. Yep. And I'm actually there. I'm in the middle of the forest, posing in front of a Christmas tree. Just like the other one, I was at Rockefeller Center and I took a picture. You didn't notice? Okay. Very brief break to use the restroom. I'll be right back. I'm just going to mute the mic. I'm not going to monetize you guys. I'll be literally back in 2 minutes and then we'll start. Okay.
And he ran off to fucking go to a little boy's room. I'll just spam the right arrow key until he gets fucking back. Hang on. Spam, 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 spam. Spam, spam. And by the way, remember what I said about his 8-ball? Would you look at it and see what's there? Look at what's sitting right there on his fucking computer, you know, on the cup holder. The 8-ball was within fucking reach of Phil at all times. As long as someone tips $8, he's got it right fucking there.
All right, I'm back. I'm ready. We only lost about 70 viewers while I pissed. So that's a good thing, right? Only 70. All right. You don't mind ads? Oh, you would have liked me to run ads instead of not monetizing you. You want me to monetize you. People are saying I should have monetized them. 'Tis the season, right? To monetize your viewers? Of course. Why not? Right? I should have done that. Okay, I see. I was trying to be nice. But I guess some people are so used to being mistreated by other people on the internet.
People are used to you fucking trying to get fucking as much money out of them as fucking possible. That's what it fucking is, Phil.
Anyway, that they were like, you know, you should have just run an ad. I don't want to do that. I wanted to be nice. You know, this is the time you're going to be nice to the viewers. You know, give back. They've been so nice to you all. You're nice to them, right? So why not be nice instead of running ads?
Guys, I've taken like hundreds of thousands of dollars essentially off you for so fucking long. So because it's Christmas, I'm not going to run an ad. That's us even, alright? Merry fucking Christmas.
Right? Okay, anyway. 2 tips have come in. A $5 tip from OP. Not sure if you're aware, with Game Pass you have EA Play, so you can play Need for Speed Unbound for free for 10 hours as a trial. Well, that's cool. I wonder how long that will last, right? How long does that trial work? Because obviously that's something I would like to do to try it eventually and see if I like it. And if I like it, then I would buy it. But if I don't like it, then there's no pressure, right? So that's a good thing. Thank you very much for that $5 tip, OP. And another tip came in, and this one is from Bryce, a $2 tip. It said, based on where you are in the new story, it says, soon you may get a new weapon, and when you do, you will finally be able to go do those gravestones you've been finding. So far we found two gravestones. Weren't they both in the Alpine Desert, if I remember correctly? I think so, right? And we weren't able to do anything with them. They were just locked. So, all right, cool. I don't know, you know, if we're gonna get to this point soon. I always guessed we were getting at least a 3rd weapon. I don't know if there's more than that, but I guess we were gonna get a new weapon in the game. I was like, there's no way you're just gonna have the same exact weapons from the first game in the second. So I guess we'll see. Cool. Thank you for the $2 tip, Bryce. Let's see here. Mango Jewel Pod says, when I do shorts, my eyes, I go like this. I think, you know what I think it is because when I'm doing a YouTube short, I'm close to the camera, and I kind of like, I look at myself in the camera, I'm like, you know, I kind of like, oh, God, hideous person doing this. So it shocks me. My eyes go Like that. I don't know. I've noticed I do that too in the shorts. No Sleep Real Vibes. I'm glad you're enjoying the Callisto Protocol. And OP says I'm annoyed because he has PS5 and you can't do any of the game trials on PS5. It's only on Xbox. That is pretty annoying. Are we ready to start? Let's do this. Do I know my kill death ratio? Yes. It's better than yours. That's all I know. It's much better than yours. But I don't actually know what the numbers are. It's just when I check it, it says better than everyone. So that's how I know. There we go. All right. We're back. Hello, Ruben. Just hope you're well. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that. Happy holidays to you and yours. It's been a rough year. Are they going to reveal what he's doing in that intro? He's like taking a dump or cooking like a delicious...
Oh, for fuck's
like
sake.
a Draugr...
Random scat humor right at the fucking end. We're 5 away from full house, and I'm pretty certain we're going to get a fucking bingo, so... But he's about to end any fucking second. He's going to start recording for gameplay any time now.
Draugr on a spit. He's like cooking them slowly. I wonder. Alright, let's continue. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to God of War.
And shut the fuck up, Phil, because that is the end of DSP Bingo. Let's see how he's doing.
Alright, forget it. We'll go back then. I want to let you know.
Phil's at $41, so there you go. Phil's at $41 in tips so far for God of War. But he's only been playing for 45 minutes or so, if, properly, officially, so... Anyway, I'm done with Phil. That's the fucking game over. That's the end of Bingo. And yeah, I'm not going to waste too much fucking time, guys. We didn't get a full house, sadly, but maybe tomorrow will be a day we get a full house instead. There's Phil looking very strange, that'll be my thumbnail for tomorrow, absolutely. In fact, I might just show you guys if I can process if I can do. It's a very quick and easy process. I'll give you guys a wee fucking sneak peek at the thumbnail, okay? Hang on. Here's it's a very straightforward fucking process for me, fortunately. So I use a site called Canva, and I just thought I would get rid of the fucking first one. Cool. We have Phil here. I just copy the image, paste that some bitch in here, put them in the bottom corner. Ta-da! Just change the fucking date, make it a 4th, and there's your fucking thumbnail for tomorrow. It's perfect. Can make Phil a little bit bigger or smaller. Make him a little bit bigger actually. There we go. Jesus Christ. Easy fucking peas. There's a fucking thumbnail for tomorrow. Fantastic stuff. I am going to end things like this. It's easy as that. It's a very straightforward fucking process. At least, obviously, it took a wee while to kind of Christmas this up a wee bit, find the wee nice lights or whatever and all shit and get this to fucking fit in the O as well. But I'll use this for the fucking December, the Christmas stuff, whatever, But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the bingo there. I'm going to end it how I always end it. Don't automatically play, because I'm going to end it with playing Notorious P.I.G. contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations, because it's a wee cracking tune, it's a wee cracking video, it's one of my favourite wee detractor pieces of content as has ever existed. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for tonight's DSP Bingo. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, however you spend it, and I'll catch you tomorrow, Sunday, for some more DSP Bingo. You can join me if you so wish, but enjoy the rest of your Saturday, however you spend it, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, and have a good one.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. gone, just gone like that in an instant, fucking gone.